Hello and welcome everybody to Friday Night Fights. It's me, Mayanadon. I'm joined today by the Big Ted, the Big Ted, and Saku, as always. How's everybody feeling tonight? We got some really awesome matches coming up.
I'm excited.
I feel so good I could just punch myself in the face.
Yeah, you know, spoilers, but it's definitely going to be a really good series here. We've got two hype matches. The first one coming up in just a little bit is in Hero Series. It's going to be Sage of Dad Legend, currently 5-1 on the season, against Electabuzz, who's currently 4-2 of Team NoProsHere. These are, I think, the two top teams in Hero Series right now, duking it out.
They are.
Currently, Dad Legend is up 4-0 thanks to Icicles getting a sweep over Skittles last night, for those who watched that. But yeah, so definitely gonna hopefully, or you know, for Electabuzz, gonna be wanting to get some points back here and try to even things out. But Sage, gonna try to play spoiler and continue the lead that Dad Legend has built themselves so far this week. But yeah, let's take a look at these classes. What do you think? Just, you know, straight up looking at it, you're I think more of a last hero standing expert than I am. So I'd like to hear your take on these classes and kind of what you expect to see.
Just like first reaction, I like Electabuzz better. Just class wise. I think that Druid is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it, you know, from what I understand as well, it just seems like one of those decks that sometimes can sweep the whole thing, or you know, works pretty well to counter some other decks as well, which is I guess the point in last year's standing. But yeah, so the classes for Sage, I'm sure they're on the screen, but we have the Hunter, Priest, Warlock, and Warrior, and then for Electabuzz we have the Druid, Hunter, Priest, Rogue. So actually, only matching the Hunter and Priest, and then the other two classes have gone very different ways. We're seeing, you know, 6 different classes here. It's going to be a pretty varied series potentially. What do you expect the bans to be coming out here?
Again, just top of my head, probably double Hunter.
Double Hunter.
I think Hunter is just so good right now.
Yeah, that does seem to be a popular ban. Although we did see in the first series with the Dad Legend Team NoProsHere for Icicles and Skittles that both players brand Priest, so maybe that's a strategy that both the teams might be thinking about as well. That maybe they're implementing.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Wow.
so yeah, let's hear. Let's stop speculating. Hey!
Double priest. Wow.
Wow. Oh, I love when I get things right. It makes me feel good. Like I sort of know what I'm talking about. I try to pretend like I do out here, but sometimes you hit, and that's what we live for out here. But yeah, so double priest ban. So we won't be seeing that deck. Um, Definitely a powerful deck that a lot of people just don't like playing against. I think is the big thing is it does feel like if you don't get there, by turn 6 or 7, it can just snowball, and there's not much you can do, or most
Yeah.
decks can't really handle the late game. So, could, mhm.
So honestly, with that knowledge, I think it's going to come down to Hunter.
Interesting. So you think whoever's hunter maybe wins the mirror is favored?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what do you expect the hunters to be brought then? Do you think it's just Dragon Hunter? I feel like Dragon Hunter is probably the most powerful as far as in the mirror, but
There's that, but Quest Hunter has been.
Quest Hunter is amazing. I think
Quest
that
Hunter is
it's
really
an
good
amazing
lineup.
deck. But if you're trying to win that mirror and then still have a hunter available and could game into some of these other decks, maybe Dragon Hunter is an option. I don't know, but I do
Yeah,
agree that I like the Quest Hunter as well. What do you
just like
expect for the other classes here? What type of archetypes do you expect?
um, Druid. I don't know. I don't know if we'll even see the Embiggen Druid tonight. I'm pretty sure it's pretty weak against both Warlock and
Mhm.
Warrior.
Probably Quest. I think Quest is probably going to be the most common.
Yeah, probably either Quest or maybe even a token.
Yeah, no, I definitely, we've seen Quest sort of rise up again recently, and has been seeing a lot of play and good success. So I could see that one coming out as well. I do agree. I think that has potential. Or like you said, the token. I
Yeah.
I do think that Embiggen's probably not going to be coming out today, but some people still are favoring it. So we'll see.
hmm I might even lean like a little bit more towards the token just because Quest can get
Mhm.
outraced by some like super aggro stuff.
Sure. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
yeah. We had a few discussions going on there. Quest is kind of getting a little bit tweaked here and there with regards to
Yeah.
the merchant getting swapped out.
Oh really?
So yeah, I'm trying to remember what card is getting swapped out
Yeah.
for, but Beetle,
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that right?
I think there's
Beetle?
the beetle people have been trying out, the crystal merchant some people have been taking out, which I don't know
Mhm.
if I agree with, but uh, there's definitely been some variety. I don't think it's been quite solved yet, even though we had like a variation of Quest Druid before this expansion. And it wasn't changed that much. If you look at the deck now, it hasn't changed that much. There's not too many new cards,
Mm-hmm.
just pretty much like Ysera Unleashed, and if you're running, Rising Winds, and then sometimes, like you said, the Beetle.
Yeah. Well, both players are ready to go. If you guys are ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's jump right in. What do you expect the first bring to? You think it's going to be Hunter Mirror to start, just to try to maybe sweep with whichever one survives?
Yeah. Like honestly, I wouldn't be super surprised by a Hunter Mirror just because
Mhm.
that's the biggest Echo Sweep potential that they both have.
Yeah. Is there any way that maybe someone tries to counter the hunter, says, I think they're going to play their hunter first? Is there any deck that you expect maybe has a decent shot at least, that isn't just the hunter? Maybe token druid potentially,
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a Token Druid. Maybe a
as long as you get a good start, you can race
yeah.
the hunter.
Maybe even like Warrior if you think it's going to be a Face Hunter,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
like a Galacron Warrior, because that's just really good matchup into Face Hunter.
Yeah.
So for our viewers out there, we're going to be spectating Electabuzz first, which is going to be on the bottom, and Sage is
Yes.
going to be on top. I don't know if you guys want to go over the Last Hero standing tape rules or con.
Yeah, sure. So it's basically
Mhm.
each player has 3 decks. Whenever you lose with a deck, that deck is eliminated. The winner has to requeue the same deck again, and you're just trying not to lose all your decks. Trying to
Yeah.
have the last hero standing.
Good explanation. Yeah. That
Yeah.
that about sums it up. Um, hmm.
And that is for our Hero series. For any new viewers out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, like we said, there's going to be a second match coming up afterwards. Just to give you a little taste before we jump right in, it will be the Legacy Series match. Like I said, Donde versus Dusharmo. Both players 4-1 currently of Hot ZILFS and good luck Albatrosses. So stick around for that. But now we are jumping right in. Let's do it.
Oh.
If this game will spectate.
Yeah, I'm battling the spectate.
All right. Well, not what I expected for game one, but I like it. The Rogue Mirror.
Embrace the chaos.
Watch.
Oh no, sorry, that's Warrior for Sage. I don't know why it was saying Rogue for me. All right, that was just a bug, I think, on my end. But yeah, so Rogue versus Warrior. This is actually a really interesting matchup. So we'll see how these players decide to play it out.
These are two really good opening hands.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I tend to favor the Warrior slightly, but you know, it all obviously comes down to finding that Galakrond, and you know who can find that first often ends up victorious here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the matchup overall is
The
pretty
pleasure
close.
is mine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The Rogue doesn't have too many great healing options, so sometimes that can come into play. For the Warrior, he's just going to be pushing damage with his face over and over again. But
also
we did see the Ancestor Guardian come in to the hand here off of this Pharaoh Cat, so that's potentially 8 healing. We do see the Spellbreaker in hand, but probably not going to be expecting the Guardian. That might come out before this comes down, but we'll see if kind of this curve just plays out that turn 4 is just Ancestral Guardian into the Spellbreaker to follow up.
Yeah, also it seems like a lot of time this matchup just comes down to whoever can stick a board first. Because neither deck is like that great of coming back on board once you fall behind.
Yeah, and starting with the coin. I mixed coin and hand somehow. Starting with the coin in hand, Electabuzz is able to do this really powerful turn 3 play. It's been going on since Miscreant, you know, hit the meta, hit the standard meta here. So
interesting there. From Electabuzz, I almost kind of like the praise Galakrond to buff the cat and get the value there, and get off of it. There.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that as well. But the Seal Fate probably going to be coming out here. That'll be the first invoke for Electabuzz. We've already had the Ritual Chopper on Sage's side, so they're both going to be at 1 after this turn. I imagine that's probably what's going to happen. There's alternatively you can play like Sky Vader and Witchy Lackey maybe with a bump, but I think you want to get rid of this 3/3, just pretty clean.
Just let them play well.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have the second invoke in hand for Electabuzz, and also the second for Sage here is going to play that one out right now.
Well, that's an interesting tech.
Yeah, that is some interesting tech. I believe. Let me look again. I believe Electabuzz is the one with the Druid, so that's actually interesting to me. What is he trying to hit? The Hunter, I guess, hits if it's Dragon Hunter, the Poacher can hit the. And there are some people just run dragons in other lists as well. Like Highlander has dragons. I guess even Quest has Varanus, which is, I mean, not really what you want to be hitting, but it still works there. Yeah, Warlock runs the Drakes, but
well, like it depends.
The Nether Wings, yeah.
Well, like if it's a zoo, you're never gonna get to play that. But if it's like more slowy control Galakrond, then
yeah. So interesting choice. I don't know if I totally agree with it into what Electabuzz is facing. I just don't know if it's gonna hit that hard. I think if you're expecting Druid and you expect it to be embiggen, then it's great. But otherwise, it kind of doesn't hit too much. Although it will hit these. It will actually be active into these, and they're gonna stay up. Is that the play that we go for, though? You're going to be able to clear off 2 of them if you go that way, and potentially taunt up with a giant taunt here.
Though, oh man, Sage with that Spellbreaker in hand could really,
Bigger they are.
really make this hurt.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if there's a draw that would change the play here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, not the worst Spellbreaker for Electabuzz, but definitely helpful for Sage in this position.
yeah, gonna play the Tongue Crier.
It is
first.
gonna reduce it by 4-3, but it's still,
guess-
you know.
Second, Sion.
Okay, so yeah, there's the Scion. Do you play that to be able to push the 4 damage? I'm not sure. Or do
Oh,
you
no.
just play a 4-3 and then you can still push the 4 damage and reduce that? I think it's got to be the Spellbreaker, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say.
Must burn them
Yeah,
all.
just
It is
I mean-
turn 6. Like you could consider trading the Town Crier into the 1/1 as well, but you know, that's
Yeah.
such a like.
I mean, I'm just thinking if you go like.
So it does look
Ruin,
like.
And you trade the 1/1 plus 2 of the Rushes in, and you value trade them with the rest of the 1/1.
Yeah, so ending up going for the Scion again here. Gonna be able to push 3 and have a bunch of, you know, stats on the board, but they're all pretty low and not really, you know, too threatening.
I mean, I do like that play just for the fact that you do get to full clear.
From nothing.
Interesting choices here. Kind of the 3 rogue like.
Oh, the Hall of
Face.
Fame Shadow Stone.
This. Oh wow.
Really good with the wall.
So a lot of ethereal lackeys here. Let's see if we get a spell maybe that you want to combo with this prep.
Kind of like trading that in and evolving it.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Interesting.
big one.
I mean, that could actually kind of work. You could try again if you want, though. Oh no, gonna use the Eviscerate to get rid of one of these 3/1s. I don't know how I feel about that, but
Yeah. I think I like just keeping it. Yeah, I like that 6/5. It's, you know, not
Yeah.
always a clear.
yeah, even with this Devoted Maniac, there's a chance that these both don't hit, and then the face can't actually clear this either.
Yeah.
Although with the Mercenary, you could guarantee the clear, but I don't know if it's worth it
Must
to like
burn
Mercenary
them
and
all.
Devoted Maniac. Just because you clear. Oh no, it's not a guarantee because you can still go to the face. I'm not sure if rush minions go to face. That's actually interesting. I'm not sure about that interaction. But
I think they can.
I imagine they could, right? Like
Yeah.
if it's provoked by like a 50% thing like that.
I think they can just by the same logic, you know, like a Shadow Word Death can hit a Spellbender.
Right.
1/3.
All right. So interesting going for the spell first, and I mean Eviscerate's not bad. Signature Strike probably not going to be the choice.
I feel like you have to play the shield here.
Yeah, you really want to play the shield. That's the like that's why I didn't understand the spell there. I'd rather have hero powered and be able to clear one more of these. Like I would have taken the 2 damage or something. Oh wow.
Well,
That is an interesting choice there too, for that to be the trade that you make. Like you're just giving them another thing on the board rather than removing
Yeah.
something. And this lets him Sage trade a little bit more favorably. I don't agree with that play, but I like to buzz.
I think I know what minion Sage is not going to Spellbreaker.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna hit that one.
For the memes. For the memes.
Maybe if lethal's on the board,
Yeah, I was
there's
gonna
a
say.
consideration.
That would be some nasty BM.
All right, so with 3 invokes, he's still 1 invoke away from this Galakron that was just drawn. 2. Oh wow, and that bomb just hitting perfectly. That is exactly what Sage was hoping for. And probably going to see the Galakron come down next turn, even though you're only drawing 2. It's just, you know, at this point in the game, you want to just get the win, right? Oh, and getting the Winchilaki able to re-roll this and
Me too.
a little bit of a low roll.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if I was
unfortunate.
Electabuzz, I might be frustrated enough to just Shadow Step and try again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it like, or even do the evil miscreant. Shadow step the evil miscreant.
So awkward for Electabuzz right here.
Yeah, Shadow Stepping the Eagle Miscreant is actually not a bad idea either. It just gives you more juice here.
He's been looking for those 2 damage minions.
Yeah. Oh, he can hold on to the Galakrond for one more turn, and it will be full.
Yeah.
With the Awakened Top Deck.
Now with the Awakened Top Deck, I think I do like holding on to it.
Yeah.
Just because the weapon can be so important.
Mm-hmm.
Also, obviously, drawing 4 instead of 2 is great. But I think critically in this
Burn them
matchup,
all.
getting that extra 10 damage from the weapon can just be game winning. Although the hero power sometimes is worth the losing out on a little bit there. I think we'll see this get duplicated, and it's going to be tough here for Electabuzz. Probably going to hope for a flick maybe off the top to get rid of these 2 threats, but then you're still in really, really rough shape.
And also the flick sucks too because you're hitting your own in your deck.
You're hitting your own as well, yeah. Maybe going to be looking for a taunt here, I suppose, off
Probably
of this
either taunt or rush.
evil
likely.
miscreant. Yeah. Yeah, so going to be able to give it a couple tries here, and actually going to go for that miscreant just to reduce the cost a little bit and be able to eviscerate. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
This gives you the most chances here. And he gets 2 of them,
Oh.
so can actually double.
Yeah.
Use the Guardian
That's
on
actually
both
big.
halves, heal up for 8. This is
Clear the board.
insane, Electabuzz. You have to do it. There's no way
You
that
don't
you
have any
don't
other
do
option
this
here.
play right now. This heals you.
Yep.
Electabuzz.
Oh, Electabuzz! No! It's
no,
Guardian
no,
double
please,
rush.
no.
Please. Oh no! And that is actually gonna be the game. I don't think unless he gets the perfect taunt here, and wow!
Oh my god!
The taunt saves him for 1 more turn.
Oh, dude.
Like it's not like
And he's gonna take the damage. Wow.
I mean, it's not like Lathal's even a surprise. He knows Galakrond's in hand. He knows it's fully
Yeah.
invoked.
I don't know about that play at
no.
all. I don't know about, like, maybe he just didn't realize the Ancestral Guardian was gonna heal him actually for 10 there with the double Goblin Lackey and full clear. Heal him for 10. He would have been in way better shape, and now we are very close to being dead, and there is 4 cards off the top. He can play one of them right now if he chooses to. Yeah, but this hero power doesn't actually... I guess with the Inner Rage, he's able to get through it this turn, preventing maybe a Zilliax or Snip Zap happening. So maybe that's the play we're going to see, and I think that is exactly what Sage is doing, just to remove that potential out here for Electabuzz. Yeah, because a big Snip Snaps on that would have made it hard to deal with, and
Not that one.
not going to do it there. Going to have to go for a taunt here, maybe. And he gets 2 of
Are you
them.
kidding me?
Electabuzz is getting rewarded tonight. Couple of missteps, but still
Oh man.
really, really good potential. And actually,
Not the fourth
not.
heal. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think you need that. It's a little greedy to hold on to. They can trade into it, of course, but I think you want to get the heal while you
Well, no,
can.
this is still just lethal, right? Because
Yeah, with the silence, the spellbreaker, yep, hero power, and the upgraded Korokron. Yeah, so Electabuzz making a couple of missteps there that just costing the game.
Yeah, like honestly, I feel like if he would have double rushed
Yeah, he would have been 10 healthier.
I feel like he could have brought it back from that point.
I think he maybe could have stabilized. There were still 4 big threats on the side for Sage, so Sage certainly was going to apply a lot of pressure. It would have come down to the top decks for Electabuzz, but he would have not been out of it like he was there.
Yeah.
but,
I feel like at least he would have had a better shot.
Yeah, so that is the rogue going down first for Electabuzz. What do you expect to come out to face this Galakrond Warrior now? now that he knows exactly what he's looking at.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I think every druid just beats it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think it has to be the druid.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think this druid's probably going to come out here for Electabuzz to try to get a win on this warrior. I think getting that win on the warrior early is really, really nice for Sage.
Absolutely.
That was potentially one of the decks that you wanted to hit that matchup or maybe hit the hunter. So try to get a win there. But we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see what they decide to go with here.
There it is.
And there it is, and it's actually in Biggin.
I must protect the wild.
And I mean, funny enough, we were talking earlier, but Embiggen Druid does actually have the best matchup in the list.
Yeah, it works out really well right here. So maybe this is potentially what was anticipated for Electabuzz, saying, I expect the warrior, the Galakrond warrior, and I need something to beat it if it does get a win at some point. So you definitely like to see Galakrond for Sage. You want to be pushing the damage as soon as possible. I think I am bugged here, though, in this spectate. I cannot see...
No, I think it's...
oh, yeah. It's just Sage hasn't mulliganed yet. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I just didn't see any things on Electabuzz's side, and I was like, I didn't see any cards. I think I was looking somewhere else before he mulliganed, because it's just empty.
Yeah, it's the same for me on my side, so...
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. So double strength in numbers. One of the most powerful cards in this deck.
This is a very slow start from Electabuzz.
It is very slow, though. Yeah, you're not going to see that actually get any value till turn 7 right now.
Yeah.
Sage is just kind of lumpy. A little bit, but...
Yeah, a little bit clunky there.
But at least he's going to have plays before turn 5.
Yeah, here the Ritual Chopper can come down, the Bomb Wrangler coin into the Shielded Galakrond. It's coming together.
Yeah.
And that's 2 invokes in hand for Sage. That's already 1 played. There's 1 more in hand. So just going to need to find 2 more before this Galakrond that's in hand is fully upgraded. And might actually just see it come down on 7 no matter what.
Yeah,
just to kind of get the pressure before this this Druid puts giant taunts in the way. Yeah, so a couple of options here. Yeah, I could have played the Acolyte after that draw.
Not a bad draw from Electabuzz. Probably wanted to see that a bit earlier, but...
Yeah, certainly not a bad draw, but it is kind of an awkward turn. But that does help a little bit. You're not kind of floating any mana next turn now either. Whereas, if you had gotten it previously, you maybe could have played your 5-cost minions earlier, but now working out okay. And we're only 2 turns away from that strength of numbers, coming down, and that Winged Guardian on the same turn.
For the war chief!
Yeah, and that is the some of the first damage that we've seen go to Electabuzz's face. So not the fastest start here for Sage.
No, and yeah, Electabuzz just
actually just choosing to clear both of these with the Surger instead of the Evasive Worm. I can definitely see that. I don't love floating the mana, but
yeah.
This Evasive Wing does line up a lot better into Shield and Galakrond. Which is potentially what Electabuzz was, thinking about here.
I wonder if we just see... I
think it's got to be the Evasive. It does a nice clear. You get to pull something from the deck, and you get to play your second strength of numbers instead of the following turn. And wow, there's Leroy. It's going face. There he goes. That was certainly unexpected. Again, did that happen earlier than the previous match?
No. Just saying. Let's do it again. Rewind.
Oh yeah, let's do it again.
With the strength and numbers. Leroy number 2.
Wait, look at this. There's no whelps. What is this? This is broken.
6-2 charge for 0 mana.
Yeah. Well, for 1 mana, just like
Sure,
7 turns later or 6 turns later. Yeah.
We're gonna see a big old whelp.
It looks like we're going for the big old whelp. Alternatively, could have maybe kept a Leroy alive with like a swipe scale rider, but probably just develop as many stats as possible.
Yeah.
Job's done.
Just don't ease up 8 damage on the board now. And we haven't even hit Biggin. All we have is the strength of numbers and the breath of dreams. That's all you need.
Come on, Ted. Rub whatever embiggen card drawing machine that you do last week. You gotta do it again.
Listen, I'm not doing this game because he doesn't need it this game. I'll worry about it in later matches.
This is the new meta there, folks. It's the don't draw embiggen and win. Possibly win. So
that's all you need. Yeah, you don't even need it.
Garbage card.
Yeah, overrated.
Yeah.
So now Sage is gonna have to figure out a way to deal with this and heal up a little bit. We do have the Armor Smith that can definitely come into play later, but no ways to activate it just yet.
Just couldn't help but think if Sage had thrown down the Acolyte.
On made to hit.
Would have maybe drawn a few more cards and been in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what he can draw in his deck.
Yeah, I mean, we can see what he draws next turn, and if it's something that could have been significant, then maybe it would have made a difference here.
What do you? Yeah, alright. I was gonna say I will play the first before the logo.
Yeah, and we get Evasive Feywing. This is a board that is not going to be easy to deal with.
Yeah.
That may just be it here, and we're going to go to 1-1 on the series.
Yeah.
I don't think we are fully invoked, but I don't think there is. Maybe there's a 2-mana card. I think you have to just Galakron and see what you get. There's nothing in your hand that's going to get you there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what even could.
Yeah, I maybe like the second Armor Smith's not going to do it. He's doing the math. That's still not enough health. I don't know why you would armor up there. I'd rather have 2 mana for. Is there? I mean, he knows his deck, so he must know there's no minion that's safe.
There is a second Armor Smith.
There is a second Armor Smith that does give you 2 armor. Is that enough? Oh no, he didn't. Yeah, he doesn't have mana to play that.
It would have given him just one more man.
That's 13. Yeah, so not it would have been enough anyway.
Yeah.
Very close, almost able to stabilize, but just not quite there.
So the turning point was really that Leroy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks. You don't need embiggen cards. Just sub it for something else.
Yeah, and now what do you think he brings out to beat this Embiggen Druid? Is it just going to be the Hunter coming out?
Yeah, probably the Hunter, depending on what Hunter he brought.
Warlock's not really wouldn't be able to contest Druid.
I mean, if you're zero,
It can, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's not too bad. I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But it is definitely better, I think, with the Hunter. And that's what we're going to see. We do have the strength of numbers again. But this does look like Dragon Hunter on the side of Sage, so just going to hit the dome. And I think it's actually the best Hunter into the Druid. So that works out pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's either Dragon or I think Force. About the same.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Dragon Hunter deck myself yet.
Yeah. But this is a really good start. You have a turn 1 play. You have the Fell Wing to follow up the next turn. You can Hero Power and swing and play the Fell Wing. Turn 3, you have when you draw a dragon, you have the Scale Rider, and then turn 4 you can play the Space Stalker Hero Power again. This is just lining up really well. And there's a dragon. So really, really powerful curve here for Sage. Going to be able to play the Fell Wing next turn. But this Fairy Dragon makes things a little bit interesting. You don't want it to be able to trade into your Fell Wing, but you also do want to get the Fell Wing down here. So you kind of just want to push the 4 damage and say, you know, good luck. Or actually, it looks like we're gonna see the Scale Rider come down just to make it 3-3. It does the same thing, I guess, as the Fell Wing. You're pushing 2 less damage, but you are removing the 3-2. So I can definitely see that. You are using the coin, but with your current hand and the lack of low-cost minions for Electabuzz in general, you know, Fairy Dragon and Tolvir being like the 2 only ones, this is going to be a pretty good start here. Yeah, and we're going to see both of those come down. Wow.
This is...
Yeah, and we actually saw Electabuzz throw the strength in numbers away there, which surprises me. I feel like that's one of the best cards in the deck.
I'm just wondering if he was thinking it's too slow.
Yeah, it might be too slow, but it might be just enough, right? You could pull a giant taunt. Like you're gonna be dead by turn, you know, 6.
Oh.
So you want to be playing like a 5 cost and a 6 cost and get something out there. But now with both Winged Guardians, I don't think we're gonna see that come into play.
You're gonna end up getting the best secret for this situation too.
Yes, absolutely.
Gonna be able to remove like 5 damage, but
still looking at 10 damage. So there's 1 off of lethal, and this tracking could find it.
Yeah, just with the tracking here.
That's not it though.
Find it, but I
The Rot Nest certainly is a good card for the potential of a giant taunt here, like the Emerald Explorer that might come down. So I think, I do like just kind of going wide still, hero powering, and then ignoring the rest. Yeah, just get them down to 1. They have no heal besides Ziliax, so unless Ziliax comes down exactly, and even Ziliax does not deal with the board, so...
Sage is going to show off the true power of this Dragon Hunter.
Emerald Explorer does not keep you alive with the 1 health, so you're going to have to Breath of Dreams into something. You're going to have to... I don't know if there's anything in the deck that saves you, but...
No.
What to do?
I don't know if there's anything in the game of Hearthstone that saves you here at 4 mana.
Oh, there definitely is.
Is there?
Yeah. What about that priest spell? The deal 2 damage to all minions for 3 mana.
I mean, you still just tend to hero power though.
Yeah, but that, you know, if he needs to heal as well, with the Breath of Dreams, that's not gonna do it. But
I can see.
Yep, Sage gonna take a 2-1 lead.
Wow. All right, so Sage goes up 2-1 like you said, and now just gonna have to reverse, or not reverse, but get the next 2 wins here with the Hunter. But this Dragon Hunter, like I was alluding to earlier on, is favored in most of the mirrors. So we're gonna have to see if Electabuzz also decided to go with the Dragon Hunter, and then we're gonna see a straight up mirror, or if we're gonna see a different archetype. And like you said, it is Quest. So I do believe that the Dragon Hunter is slightly favored here.
Is it? I thought the Quest was slightly favored. I'm not sure.
I think the Quest just doesn't deal with the Dragon Hunter stuff fast enough, so you can die before you can get anything going. But if you get to like a Swarm of Locusts, things like that, clear the way.
With this hand.
Yeah, this is a little too slow. Clear the way though if you draw a couple more, or you draw a couple rush minions. This could do something. And actually, playing Cult Master in this list, I haven't seen too much of that. Choosing to play clear the way here.
Can do some nutty stuff in this list.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised we saw him throw away the Diving Griffin. That's
me too. I feel like the most powerful cards in the deck are Diving Griffin, Clear the Way, and the Desert Spear. I feel like those are the 3 like best cards to just get things moving and then just keep cycling and move things along. But the Questing Explorer are going to be a pretty good pickup here. A turn later than maybe you wanted, but still good. Draws a card.
We're just going to see Electabuzz knowing where the place is.
Yeah, Face is certainly the place for Sage.
Or Sage, yeah.
Yeah, for Sage. Electabuzz having some interesting choices here. Gonna go for drawing 1 card.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I feel like
it's drawing 1 card or clearing a minion plus, like, having a 1/1 still up. I don't know. It's an interesting one.
I mean, you're kind of forcing a trade out of Sage here.
With that freezing trap, it's a little less clear. But this Unleash is going to help draw, but it is very, very slow.
Very low.
And very low, yeah. Unfortunately, can't do that plus Unleash, but can play the Griffin and the Hench Clan. Gonna have to choose if you want to draw or if you want to live, I guess. We'll see if this gets frozen.
Oh, Spring Paw.
With that Spring Paw, though, now we're going to have the... That's exactly what you were hoping for. Going to get the 4/4 out here as well. Going to be able to bounce this Spring Paw back into your hand to get even more value.
No,
Electabuzz!
No!
Oh, no. And the freezing strikes again.
Oh, my God, no.
You could have gotten more value off this Spring Paw and gotten the trade out, but instead you're left with a 1/1. And your Cult Master has to die.
Oh, what a misstep.
That was devastating for Electabuzz. And again, you know, it's not over, but certainly not where you want to be here. The Diving Griffin #2 going to be able to clear this out, or the Swarm of Locusts. So still in the game, but at 12 health, we see the Leroy in hand for Sage. So actually only 4 damage off right now, with that Leroy hero power potential soon.
Yeah.
And, no way to taunt or heal right now for Electabuzz, so...
I'm pretty sure the only way in his deck is Zilly.
Yeah. I think you are exactly right.
Done.
So we'll see if Electabuzz is going to be able to put enough pressure before that, but... a couple of options. We have the second Phase Stalker can... play that, or that's the first Phase Stalker, excuse me. Corrosive Breath is pretty good. That pushes more damage. You really like doing that. I think you have to take that.
And this is just lethal.
Doesn't let you Phase Stalker this turn, but I think you just got to go for it. You just play the Corrosive Breath on one of these minions, play Fairy Dragon, and say or just Hero Power. Yeah, and then you can Leroy Hero Power. Yeah, that sets it up. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise you'd be one short. So yeah, this is exactly what you want to do, and the only way that Electabuzz can survive here is the Xiliax, which we don't see. So that's going to be the series there for Sage, and the continued lead here for Dad Legend. It's going to be 8-1 now, I think, because I think Electabuzz, yeah. So really commanding lead now for Dad Legend. Sage playing really well, Electabuzz as well, but making a couple of small errors that I think cost him the series here. We talked about that earlier one in, I believe it was game 1, and then again here, making a couple of just small mistakes that are leading to kind of big differences. So yeah, congratulations to Sage and Dad Legend there. But Team NoProsHere is not out just yet. 3 more matches left to play. If they're able to, I think they need to take all 3 of them to get the win here, with how far behind they will be now. But still doable, and they have a good team to do that. On the other side, Dad Legend, though, also a very good team and not going to, let them just have it that easily. So
no. I mean, like, I think anybody who's been paying attention to Hero can't be too surprised that Legend's just been dominating everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been above and beyond everybody else. And Team NoProsHere also, I think, very close to them, but
yeah,
still that #1 team here against the #2, but still it seems to be a gap there, at least so far in the series.
Yeah, and like for most of the season, like most people have been talking about them as like, in the same class as one entity is kind of like the top 2. But if Dad Legend can knock them off here, then I think they are 100% playoff favorites.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're not going to be able to get Sage on for an interview. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not coming?
Does not look that way.
Wait.
No, he's good for an interview. I just got to get him.
Oh, I thought that was he's got to go. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's good to go. Oh.
He's good to go.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's my bad. I thought it was he's got to go. He can't come in for an interview. So yeah.
Exactly what I thought. So
So we will see. The one deck we didn't see was the Warlock. So I don't know if Sage is going to be able to divulge that, but
Hey, Sage,
curious.
what's your Warlock deck, man?
Hey.
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Congrats
giving
on the
away
win, bro.
information. Thank you.
Yeah, congrats. Must feel good. You're put into this commanding lead, helping your team out. 8-1 now, like we were saying before, for Dad Legend here to the start of the series against the number 2 team. So really awesome start for you guys. But how did that match feel for you?
It felt good, honestly. After I beat the hunter, I thought there was another game, and then I was like, wait, no, I've already beaten all 3. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so can't complain about that result for sure. We were talking about, especially that last game. I mean, you played very well. That last game, we were talking about, finding that lethal there as well.
Yeah.
Getting that corrosive breath from the tracking and pushing that 5 damage that turn to be able to get the lethal the following turn with the Leroy and the
Yeah,
hero
I had
power.
the Leroy. I was just like I was like, where are my friggin' corrosive breaths? All right, time to find them.
Yeah, and found him. You did indeed. There were a couple of things. I don't know if you noticed these on the side of Electabuzz. We were talking about a couple of small misplays that maybe could have turned the series for Electabuzz. The not playing around the freezing trap in that last game certainly hurting him there, making him have to trade the Cult Master as well as losing that 4/4 and not getting an extra essentially 1/1 with the Spring Pop, frozen into the hand instead. And then there was one game 1. Do you remember what that one was?
It was not using the Rush Lackey on the healing.
Oh yes, so he had you saw towards the end of that game 1, he discovered off of the Faircat the 4/2. What is that called again? The Spectral cut something? I don't know. It's that 4/2 heal reborn card.
Oh yeah.
So he had double Rush Lackey in hand and enough mana to play both the Rush Lackeys and the 4/2.
Yeah, he could have healed.
He could have healed for 10 and
he could've healed
cleared off your board, but just not seeing that line ended up going with. I think he actually went with his face, right? I think he had to clear with the eviscerate and his weapon there. So actually, a swing of like 16 health, right? Because he could have gained 10 and not taken 6. So. A little bit of a misstep there, but I don't know if you noticed kind of those things as you were playing, or kind of just focused on your game and making sure you're playing around his outs.
I was just really hoping he didn't have another taunt lackey. Whenever he had the 2, I was like, all right, cool, I can still get through this. And
then, with that sap, absolutely. Or the silence, sorry, the Spellbreaker.
Yeah. I really didn't want to play the Spellbreaker. That was tech for the Druid and the Druid matchup specifically, but because it's just so weak to it. But I didn't want to play it. But whenever I saw it, I was like, well, that's the only way I'm winning this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, and very very well played, and kudos as well to Electabuzz. Coming on stream, playing really well. It does get nerve-wracking. Sometimes you miss a couple things, but like I said, off to a good start for Dad Legend. Team NoProsHere is not out, but is there anything you kind of want to highlight about the match, or something that you maybe really were proud of yourself, or something that you kind of enjoyed there?
Big props to Electabuzz for banning Priest. I hate playing that deck and playing against it, so
so it worked out.
He knew the score.
Yeah, we were talking at the top a little bit about that as well, because Icicles and Skittles both banned Priests, and we were wondering if you guys were going to do the same, and then you did. And one of my reasonings when we were talking was like, yeah, a lot of people just don't like playing against it, and I think that was the case here.
It was just the best ban for me, honestly, with what I was bringing.
Yeah, absolutely, and definitely can't be upset with those results, like I said. So, making a good call, playing well, and congratulations again. Do you guys have any other questions for Sage here?
I love you, man. No questions, but just a statement.
Oh, I love you guys too.
Yeah, I heard there's some great talk show you're on, Sage.
Yeah, man. I'm on Saloon. I hyped my whole team up. I think we're just gonna everybody win. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Good
Me
stuff.
and
Yeah.
Donde are scrubs. We're Donde scrubs.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on, and congratulations again.
Thank you for
always a
having me.
pleasure, and congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it up. You've had like a crazy good season here. Now you're up to 6-1. So.
Yep.
Whew.
Doing hot, man. You playing so hot.
Playing so hot.
I'm gonna keep it up too. You do that. That whole quads thing was just an anomaly.
A glitch in the matrix.
Wow, a glitch in the matrix. Yeah. Awesome. Well, again, thanks for coming on, and let's. You guys want to start talking about this next match that we got coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an emergency sub I'm doing tonight. Pretty much right now, just about. I think he's gonna be late, so I gotta go and do that. Y'all have fun.
Yeah, you too, man.
Thank you
And
very
good luck
much.
to
Good
whoever's
luck
next.
with that.
Take care.
Yeah.
See
Take
ya.
care. All right. So the next match we have coming up in just a little bit is going to be the Legacy Series Red Conference. These are the two top teams in the Red Conference. It's Hot ZILFS versus Good Luck Albatrosses. Again, another series that we've had one game played, and currently Hot ZILFS are up 4-1. So similar storyline here. The top team, starting out ahead of the second place team. Let's see if they're going to be able to keep it up here with this match with Donde against Dusharmo. Two, I think, of the best 3 seeds. I don't know how they're both 3 seeds
Wait.
in the series. That's crazy to me. But
I'm sorry. You must have misspoken. You said they're 3 seeds.
yes, they are playing in the 3 seed against each other. So believe it or not.
And they're both on the board, so it's like a battle of the of the Titans
battle of the
there.
board, battle of the Titan 3 seeds, and the 2 top teams. This is going to be a really good match.
Yeah. So just ask both players to challenge up and let us know bans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, before they ban up here, but let's just look at these classes real quick. We have for Donde, we have the Druid Hunter, the Rogue, and the Warrior, and Dusharmo's got Druid Hunter, Priest, Rogue. So Priest versus Warrior being the difference there. What do you expect the bans to come out? We did see a favoritism towards Hunter bans, I think, last week, but I don't know if it has shifted a little bit. So we'll see if they kind of stick to that strategy, or maybe there's something else they really don't want to face. Maybe we'll see a priest ban for Donde.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's one or the other. Just like Hunter and Priest both just has like really good matchups down the board. Like obviously we're going into Legacy, so you don't have to be afraid of the sweep. But...
Yeah, you don't need to sweep, and once you get so we mentioned last time this is the more of the standard format, but it is still a little different here with the closed deck list for those of you that aren't part of THL or haven't participated in the series. It is conquest format, best of 5, bring 4 decks, ban 1, and the difference here is that it's closed deck list. You place your or you submit your classes, and then you kind of just can bring whatever archetype you want. Your opponent won't know exactly what your cards are. So that kind of helps a little bit with interesting tech and things like that. So we'll see if they do utilize that here, if they're going to bring something a little bit different or have some tech choices targeting certain decks.
Yeah.
But yeah, do we have any update here on the bans?
Just got the bans now from our director of content, Donde.
Yes, sir.
So we have Donde's Hunter's banned, and Dusharmo's Rogue is banned.
Interesting.
Banning the Rogue.
Rogue ban. That seems to be the Hot ZILFS strategy, though. That worked out for Bobson, so maybe sort of employing a similar strategy here, similar lineup.
But just like looking at the numbers, just a lot of decks are just favored against Rogue. Might be like a comfort thing.
Yeah, I think it part of that is potentially the piloting, right? I think it is one of the most powerful decks in the game. It just sometimes it can be difficult to find those out. Similar to sort of Mage, where I think the win rate is a little bit lower than it can be in the right hands.
Yeah, 100% agree. So I will let the players know that they can get ripping.
Yeah, let's jump right in here once they challenge up. But again, you said that the bans were the Rogue, and then what was on the other side?
Hunter.
Hunter. No,
Donde's
excellent.
Hunter get banned.
Yes. Okay, so Donde's Hunter and Dusharmo's Rogue. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to see for Donde the Druid, the Rogue, and the Warrior against the Druid, the Priest, and the... Or sorry, the Hunter and the Priest.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So for our spectators, we're going to be spectating Dusharmo first. So he's going to be on the bottom. And Donde's going to be at the top.
Excellent.
All right.
And this is going to be late for our viewers out there, but thank you to Jim Philos for that subscription there, Twitch Prime.
Jimmy.
Good guy, Jim. Having a stellar season, I think, in one of the series there. And then a very solid season as well. So here to support his teammate Donde.
Yeah. You also see Chewbacca on the other side, though, supporting Dusharmo. And it's funny because those two are going to have to play later.
Tell the head of content to turn on his spectate, please.
This is going on stream. Hold on a sec. I gotta take it.
Head of content, you can't hear us right now, so you can't fire us at this very moment. At the end of the show, maybe you'll rewatch and you can do something about it. But right now, I can give you a little bit of a shade here for not turning on your spectate to start. There we go, and it is on now.
Man, freaking Donde can't turn his he can't turn his spectate on. Man, they must let anybody into the Hall of Fame these days.
All right, so it looks like we have Highlander Hunter for Dusharmo based on that Ursatron, and the Rogue coming out for Donde here. So the bands we saw, the reverse is being played here, right? I think it was what happened.
Yeah. Looks like Dusharmo following
Dragons
in Sages.
I think this is Highlander. I believe.
Yeah. I think with the
Primordial.
faceless
Okay.
Yeah, we also saw earlier the Ursatron, which just tells you, I think. So it is just going to be Dragon Highlander, but still quite a solid deck here. Playing quite a low curve one though with the Evasive Fey-Wing. You don't see that in every list.
I mean, you're saying this is a solid one. I think you could auto-complete Hunter these days and it would be a solid one.
There are quite a few solid Hunter cards that you can kind of just string together to make something work.
Yeah.
As long as you have those Highlander cards in and you just autofill, you're pretty good.
Yeah. Wonder if we see Donde coin out the Seal Fate here.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It is one of the only ways to deal with this Phase Stalker early, and it's so nice to deny that hero power, draw a spell or draw a secret and play it. Essentially, that's just so powerful. It thins the deck, and lets you kind of get better, really good value as well. Especially something like Rat Trap. Or is it just Alex? Like it's tough. You can get a second Alex. This is Highlander, so
yeah, it's Highlander. It's gonna be active.
It's gonna be active. It is quite a ways away, but this lets you play the Fey-Wing next turn as well because you have a dragon in hand that you're probably not going to be playing for a while, and still get the Rot Nest value potentially if you need to. So yeah, Donde now. Couple of options. You kind of want to save one of these one-cost things to combo with the Miscreant next turn, so
yeah,
maybe gonna just eviscerate this down and push the 2 damage. Or you can just hero power and kill this and just kind of hold on to things for now. No need to overreact.
No. But yeah, this doesn't just let you power myself.
Yeah, and here comes the Fey-Wing. The Eviscerate cannot target that, unfortunately, for Donde.
Yeah. Interesting. We're going to see 2 of the escaped Mana Sabers.
I think maybe going for the hero power there over the Draconic Lackey or something, or the Eviscerate that turn was potentially because of this Witchy Lackey.
Yeah.
A couple of options here. We'll see if we're going to see this Draconic come down with the Miscreant, or if maybe just the escaped Mana Saber comes down. That's actually interesting. There we have 2 of those in hand. Not a card that you see in all of these lists. I think this Jay Alexander kind of made that a little bit more popular. The Mana Saber. It does let you, curve out pretty well if you have high curve stuff to do the following turn. But I don't know if that's, it's sort of like people have been toying with the 29th and 30th card, right? So that seems to be, the one that some people favor. I don't think it's mine, but I definitely see the value there as well.
Donde is in trouble here. That's such a just high tempo play from Dusharmo there.
Yeah, that was crazy. Having that Alex in hand, able to have the Rot Nest active and have the 5/4 stay alive on board. This is going to be tough to deal with.
There's like pretty much Donde doesn't have too much he can do about this. Can look.
Yeah, no rush lackeys, no taunt lackeys or anything that can maybe get him through these things. So maybe you're gonna have to just fish for lackeys here and maybe go for a big Edwin taunt or something next turn. We'll see.
Deathwing. If he can survive.
Deathwing might be a little too slow.
Yeah. But I don't think either of the other options really are doing too much for him either. I guess Fairy Tale is playable, but I think he just needs to get more lackeys.
Yeah, might just want to. I think you just have to get more lackeys. I don't think you can afford to just Fairy Dragon and then what? Do Eviscerate, I guess, and take 6 to the face?
Oh.
Okay.
I guess. That feels really bad.
Yeah, that feels really bad, but I guess I can see it. But now you're at. Oh, this is going to be quite tough here for Donde from this position. Only invoked twice so far. Has 1 more in the hand. No Galakrond or the Kronks in hand though to draw the Galakrond.
What I really like from Dusharmo here is just playing the Battle Mage, corrupting it, and double trading.
Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a lot as well. And you're able to push the 5 damage and clear the board. And make sure you clear the lackey in case of Togwaggle shenanigans.
And then plus with that line too, you're nothing on your side dies.
Yeah, and you're setting up a nice lethal.
Yeah, setting up a lot of Donde with a faceless corruptor of his own, but he can witchy lackey.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel kind of bad that it's the witchy lackey you have to use. This Miscreant's just been sitting in hand though. We didn't see him kind of try to go for lackeys earlier, and I think it might be haunting him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Donde has a choice here. I think he has to.
Yeah, you just have to witchy lackey, faceless, kill the 5/4 and the 4/3, and then just hope you can survive a little bit longer here. Not too much heal in the side of the rogue though, so as this damage just keeps pushing phase.
Huffer is lethal.
To my side.
Not Huffer.
Not Huffer.
Yeah, but Huffer was lethal because then you could have corrupted the rest of your own minion.
Job's done.
And then hit the button.
Yeah, absolutely.
Donde gonna find a second faceless corruptor, but he doesn't have any cheap minion to play it on. So is he gonna have to like praise one of?
He might have to praise. Yeah, he might just have to praise one of Dusharmo's, get the lackey, and then faceless. Like. This is just, it keeps being awkward because this Miscreant's just sitting here and this Mana Saber is not doing quite enough. Having both of those in hand to start probably not what you're hoping for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just...
A little bit of a clunky start and then kind of awkwardly playing with some of the lackeys, not really getting the lackeys that he wanted, hitting only like Draconic and Witchy, which aren't really great into the boards that we've been seeing. So
the other unfortunate thing for Donde too is
and another Witchy lackey. This is just not going Dunde's way.
No. Yeah, and like from his side, I might be able to run out of resources, but we're gonna see Dragon Queen Alex.
Yeah, and no answer for
Mana Saber in both lists.
We're seeing a lot of Mana Sabers tonight. So far, they've done nothing though. That's my take.
Yeah, I mean, at least Dusharmo's might live for more than one turn.
Are we just? We're just one off right now. Is that what the? Yeah.
wonder.
Just double checking, I think.
Yeah, just play the mana saver. Hit your
Oh
button.
no, it's just lethal with the. I thought he already swung with the weapon. He
Wait,
just
no, yeah.
corrosive your own minion. I thought he already swung with the
right?
weapon because it was like hovered and I didn't see the green.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just lethal. Dusharmo, that was a little BM, bud. Was he just double checking? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he was reading the card very carefully to make
Yeah.
sure that it doesn't hit the owner of the minion
Yeah.
for 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. It's gonna be 1-0 lead for Dusharmo.
So there we go. That is a good start for Dusharmo, and that Hunter gonna get an early win here.
2 Dragon Hunters, 2 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dragon Highlander and the Dragon like straight up Hunter both finding wins tonight.
It's almost like dragons are good or something.
Dragons, it's the descent of dragons. Year of the Dragons,
Was
dragons.
that the theme or expansion?
It didn't feel like the theme until this very, very expansion, but we
Yeah.
hit it. We hit it at the.
We finally got there.
We got to the dragons, and they're going to be with us for the next year as well. Whatever
Yay.
not Year of the Dragon is.
I'm so happy.
I love dragons. Dragons are sick.
Man, I think my favorite thing is that we're gonna have all the Galakron BS for another year.
Oh,
on VS,
ecstatic.
is that what you said on VS?
Galakron and VS.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they give it all to us for free, so maybe they'll rotate that stuff into the Hall of Fame or something. Who
We're
knows?
gonna bring back the odd and even cards again. Let's do it.
No, just stop.
Yes.
talking.
Oh, amazing. All right, so off to, like you said, a one game lead here. Let's see if we've got some way to respond here. Donde just gonna try to keep
Yeah.
getting that win here with the rogue.
Looks like we'll have yet another Embiggen Druid.
And another Embiggen Druid. So this is a tough matchup here for the rogue again. So this rogue might actually be struggling here for Donde into this matchup. And
0 mana cards. 0 mana cards.
0 mana cards. Those are 2 invokes on Donde's side though, and of course you hit like an early Galakron. And you can,
there it is.
Embiggen
There it
and Frizz, quite a good combo.
2 0 cards. That's good.
Man, now all he needs is the breath and
Yeah. For maximum DM, just coin it and then do Embiggen.
Breath and the side quest. The side quest I think is just insane.
yeah.
So here comes that first Embiggen, and with the Frizz on turn 4, it's gonna just be
Yeah, and
super
it's also
nice.
Not every day that you have a curve up into that point.
Right? Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This is crazy. Although no dragon in hand just yet for the Scale Rider. But certainly.
Yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, no, I misspoke when I said that there was no dragon in hand yet.
Hi, Dragon.
I knew it was happening, but that does mean that dragon is not going to get discounted by the Frizz.
Yeah.
But it does let you get a little bit of value on the Scale Rider, so I think you're going to take that trade any day.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so yeah, Seal Fate does not work on the minion, is what I was about to say, but it does work on the face still.
Yeah.
Can you seal fate your own face? No. That's
Yeah.
the opponent. Can it?
No, I think you.
Yeah,
Undamaged
undamaged
character.
character.
Yeah, it just says undamaged character. Oh, there's the breath.
And there's the breath.
Oh,
You were worried
man.
about it. There it is.
Man, Dusharmo,
Man,
this
it's
is-
making the curve so awkward, though. Ugh.
I don't think
Oh,
Dusharmo's
no.
gonna-
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I don't think he's gonna lose too much sleep over that one.
Yeah, gonna still probably... Maybe we just see the big old whelp come down, actually, with the coin.
Maybe, yeah.
There is an option, though, to get the value on the Frizz here early, so all of the top decks are going to be a lot cheaper.
Is it whelp or whelp?
So many options.
Whelp.
Not cool.
Cool whelp. Cool whelp. Cool whelp. Cool whelp.
There's a discussion for everyone.
I just want everyone on stream to know I said that and looked at my girlfriend, and she gave me the most disappointed face when I said cool whelp. So
There you go.
sorry guys. I guess it did not land in this room anyway.
It landed here, buddy. I got you.
Yeah, I didn't. Don't worry, Mayanadon with
Thanks, guys. All right, so yeah, we will see the Frizz come down, and this is starting to get pretty dicey for Donde. This Mana Saber, though, gonna be able to give you a mana?
Take it to 6, which...
It's gonna be able to give you a mana.
I guess
which is, I guess, good in this situation.
And play the last.
Practice your skill.
Yes.
Game is laggy. Nope.
Oh, you can evolve the Saber, though. Then maybe that's not bad. Maybe it's better when it's not a Saber, a Mana Saber. It gives you the mana to be able to evolve it this turn, so I like it.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm hating on Saber today. I haven't played too much of the card, but it does seem kind of slow to me. I can see it working in like Highlander decks where, sometimes you have it, you play the Mana Saber and then you curve out like a awesome 6-drop afterwards. I get that. But in like a rogue deck, Donde, come on, man. I know that Jay Alexander was playing it, but you don't have to listen to him. He just wanted to play a new card. I'm sure that Donde's had some really good success with it. I definitely see the potential, but sometimes it just doesn't do as much as you'd hoped.
I just had Donde message me with some not safe for stream language. But...
Yeah, Donde a little bit upset about the witchy lackeys, as I would be too. I mean, they're all witchy lackeys. Although I would have kind of liked to see it there. I think 5-drops are overall probably better than 3/3s. They do, that 3/3 does give you a mana, I guess, if it lives one turn.
I mean, to be fair, I guess that's what's on to get for not turning on first.
But that was what Dusharmo was considering there, I suppose. It does negate a Galakron coming down this turn, which maybe could have been what Dusharmo was considering and why he chose to do that trade into the Mana Saber. Another backstab here. This hand, I mean, there's a lot of things to do, but none of them are that appealing. You can play the shield again. Hope for maybe a better lackey here and not another witchy lackey.
Oh, we got 2 dragons.
Double faceless.
Yeah, it's not witches.
Not witchies. So gonna probably evolve this 3-drop and trade into the 5/1.
Ooh, this is a big one.
Yeah, not a bad 4-drop. Stat-wise, it does trade favorably into this evasive worm. Now it trades even more favorably into this evasive worm.
More better. Yeah, it's more better.
No, it's more better. But some big taunts gonna be coming down. A 5-cost 6/10 taunt dragon. Discover a dragon. Hello? You're not playing that?
Feels bad for Donde with all the witchy lackeys.
I mean, this certainly feels bad. I don't know if I agree with Dusharmo taking it this low, though. Look at how much potential. Like, he is just not pushing. He could have. I think Donde could have been dead or dead next turn, if we were going face a little bit more here. Just all your stuff is big. Everything you draw is big. Just play your big stuff because he can't deal with big stuff that well. He's got 1 sap in hand. That certainly helps, but I think you just want to start playing your big stuff because that sap's just going to get worse and worse for you. And the potential of having sap in the hand is going to be more likely. So I do think maybe taking it a little too slow, Dusharmo, and it might give Donde a chance to come back here with some good top decks. Going to need to find that Galakron specific. Well, maybe I spoke too soon because that's going to make it a lot harder to deal the damage that you need. And both Ysera's available.
Yeah. I mean, I think Unleashed is definitely the better one.
Look at these side by side, though. I kind of... Oh, never mind. It's just like they look so different. They're like drawn in very, very different art styles, and they're still both like Hearthstone art style, which is so interesting that they both fit under Hearthstone, but they look so different next to each other still.
Donde's
not very happy right now.
No, Dusharmo just going for full value. I can definitely understand that. It is not going his way.
So the sap, if he saps the 6/10 right now, that goes back to its original stats, correct?
Yeah, we'll go back to it for it.
But do you want to do that?
I don't know if you have a choice. I mean, you can.
Oh, right now, yeah, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, like you can kill it with the backstab, but you're gonna have to leave the 4 or 5 up. Like, you can full clear if you sap it.
Yeah, this is quite an awkward situation. Yeah, probably gonna see the sap. Just have to do this. Yeah. And I guess you play the facelift or evolve this into a 5-drop. Okay. Not 6-drop. Yeah. So not really the 6-drop you wanted to see though.
Gonna be able to slam that.
And I think Dusharmo can just autopilot at this point.
Donde, I don't know what he can. Maybe just like a taunt to stall a little bit off of the cat, but even then, you're just getting outvalued at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for sure.
That is not what you were looking for.
And that is definitely not what you're looking for. I don't really know. I mean, maybe you just shadow step and try to evolve again. I really don't know. This is like.
Yeah, honestly, I think you might
tough.
have to, because you need some sort of crazy 7-drop here.
So many.
Or you
go for another reborn, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know what reborn you're really.
Yeah. Is there a 7-drop that saves you though? Either is the question, you know.
Yeah. I guess like he could like on the reborn side there's a pawn.
You can get your very own winged guardian. Oh,
not bad.
Hey, you got an 8 health taunt. Mine's bigger.
Yeah, not bad.
Just a little bit,
Oh, we can see Snip Snap Ziliax suggest. And if he wants to go with it, if he puts the Ziliax on that's just gonna just kill the 7/8 outright.
Yeah, that's probably. That's pretty good.
Precision.
Yeah.
Take out the witchy lackey just in case. Yeah. Don't want more.
Come on,
refunds.
come on, play the Colossus, Donde. Just play it.
Play the Colossus.
Come on, Donde.
Show him the moon. And good night, sweet prince. Gonna have to find a reverse sweep here. What's left for Dusharmo to win with? Just the priest. So that's gonna be a hard one to get through, I think. But that's gonna be
priest maybe.
Donde's hope. Yeah.
Warrior and the priest, maybe.
No, he goes with
He's determined. I mean,
Yeah, sometimes you just you want to get that win with the deck that you know is struggling here, but I do think it lines up probably the best into the priest anyway. Knowing that it's the priest left, we have the rogue, and what else did we say? We have the rogue, the druid, yeah, the warrior and the druid. So I do agree here that it is certainly the best option. The other two are going to be tough to get through depending on what the druid is and what the warrior is. With the right list, there's a potential, but I don't know if Donde anticipated the priest being the one that he wanted to sweep. Maybe it was. Maybe he was targeting priest and he's still in this.
I'd be very surprised if warrior is in Galakrond, however, and I think Galakrond just it's bodied by priest.
I want to apologize to our viewers out there. We don't have the witchy lackey counter on screen.
Yeah, we'll get that installed for the next stream. Next time that Donde's on, we'll make sure to have that ready just in case. Because what? Neither of those say. Wait a second.
We should tell Donde. Tell Donde he's got to restart.
Man, I feel kind of bad for him too because Witchy Lackey is actually really good here.
Yeah, it's gonna go around the lackey.
Yeah, it is. It is like. It is definitely one that you wouldn't have minded here, but
it.
Oh, there
There
it
she
is.
is.
Oh, and
There you go.
there she blows.
There's a 1.
Witchy lackeys are just like actually trolling us today, and I love it. It's amazing.
I messaged him. There it is, and he responded with, "I'm so mad."
Yeah.
Donde's a little tilted right now.
Yeah, I think having a rough go today. I also gave him a little bit of a whipping yesterday. I will say, no, I will say it was got pretty lucky, and he played really well. But there were 2 games I was down to like 2 health or something, and was able to stabilize. So, but that's not the game we're watching right now. So
Nope.
we'll see if Donde is able to maybe get the reverse sweep and start things off here.
Donde with a few options here. He could push 5 if he chooses.
Yeah, the
to.
Cold Blood is not a bad pickup. It doesn't get hit by the penance, but it will get hit by the time rip.
Galakrond did too.
Ooh, put a big in.
Choose soon.
Yeah, it is going into time rip turn. The Praise Galakrond does put it out of range of the zero cost spell. What's it called?
Yeah. I
So-
know exactly what you mean, but
Worth considering the Forbidden Words. So that was maybe worth considering, but no Forbidden Words in hand, and having to use the time rip instead.
yeah, interesting that this seems to be more of a Galakrond priest.
A lot of people have been running this list recently. I forget exactly who popularized it, but it runs Albatrosses. It runs, I think it was No Hands, Grave Runes, and time rip, double time rip, and Galakrond. So
Yeah.
it kind of just has the Galakrond for the value. The time rips are just kind of removal, and it makes your Galakrond removal a little bit better. But you really only have 2 invokes, so you never get the weapon. So it's really not about that. It's more so just clearing off big minions. You have essentially the double time rip is 2 plus the Galakrond is another 2 or 1 depending on how invoked it is. So
Gonna see a mass effect here? Or mass hysteria?
Mass Hysteria clears most of the time. It's going to clear this time. The best result there for Donde was just a 1/1 living, which probably isn't that exciting anyway.
No.
Let's see. I think we're going to just see the shield come down. This is going to be the second invoke. We have the praise in hand as well, so we're quite close to having a fully invoked Galakrond. Just going to need to find it for Donde to, I think, potentially win this one.
Man, and you know what Donde could do with this shield? He could evolve it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that that's what we want to do here, but yeah,
No.
both these lackeys are not that appealing. I think you probably just go with this hand. Oh, and he's gonna go for the evolve. He's all in on the witchy lackeys today, and that is a pretty good one.
That is really good.
Time rip doesn't hit it. The penance doesn't hit it.
Nothing hits it.
Mass Hysteria Plague hit it, but those are not gonna do too much at this point. Gonna heal up to near full though, so a little bit awkward. And this hand is just so like there's nothing to do for Donde. Oh wait, there's a Mana Saber in there. I didn't see it hiding. What a card.
Man, I can hear the excitement in your voice when you said that.
Yeah. It surprised me for a second. I was like, what's this hiding in between these like very cheap cards that getting extra mana is not going to do anything about? I don't know. What is it?
I think you're pleading your case for the Mana Saber right now, man.
I think it's doing really good. It is the playable minion in the hand though, so I think it's gonna probably have to come down. The question is, what do you do with it? We have the Praise Galakrond. We have the Rush as well. Not going to get the value off of the Mana Saber this turn with the Rush, but was an option to potentially rush it out there. And what is that? 3 this game? Is that the third one this game?
It's only been 2.
The second one? It's just the second one. All right. So yeah, gonna clear off this way. I like this as well.
Yeah, I like allowing to keep the shield on.
Yeah.
Or not the saber, but yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah, the evasive worm. And the Witchy Lucky actually might hit pretty well on this worm if it were to live here. This Mass Hysteria, though, has a chance to clear if the 1/1 goes into the 5/3 first. if that goes for that, or and it does look like that's what we're going for. Let's see. Oh wow, and that'll full clear with the
I think it's
1/1.
an extra mana.
Yeah, there's the mana. He can use it well.
Oh, that's not what Donde was looking for here.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Donde, and I
No.
think the rogue is just not hitting today. This, I don't know, not going too well tonight. Just not finding his Galakron, I think, any of the games so far.
Yeah.
So,
We're sure it's in the deck. I think he's just
I think it must be.
Yeah,
in
no,
the
yeah,
deck,
it does. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh man.
Gonna play the Leroy property Evolver. Because, of course, he has a Wiki like one.
Let me do it.
No. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I definitely like. You kind of just have to try to push for something before they just mass res or something with like a ton of minions that you can't deal with. But I think barring some crazy Galakron coming out here soon, I think this is probably over here.
Your mana saber. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Mana
unbelievable
Saber.
that Donde had so many cards in hand at one point, yet he had just so much garbage.
Yeah, nothing that it could be used to push anything. And when you aren't pushing against a priest, it just does not end well. If they get to turn 9, turn 10, and they're not at like 5 health, you're not going to get there a lot of the time. And I kind of feel bad for Donde. I think this is like he wasn't quite as Dusharmo wasn't quite as low as I was yesterday with the matchup when I played priest, but still sometimes this priest just you feel like you're getting there and then it just heals up everything. And we did see some big heals come out in the past couple turns.
Donde pushing for no talent. Setting up Dusharmo, setting up for the Master Resurrect.
Yeah.
Or even Grave Rune for that matter.
These draws are
Even just Grave Rune, anything, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's drawing the entire low end of his deck by this point.
I think you're right. I think we've seen pretty much all of it. Double backstab. We've had Miscreant Seal Fate.
So many
Praise Galakron. It's just been and the double abysses in hand and like shadow stabs. It's been a.
Well, Draconic.
I don't know what 6-mana dragon gets you there, but.
And Nixia for next turn. It's something. I feel like you have to take a Nixie just to have something to do.
Yeah, the Leroy that was played earlier, not too bad for Donde. You would like getting those whelps in the res pool, but the fact that there have been such good things dying so far. We've had I think a water bearer already. Now we have the Kartut down as well, and now we have Archmage Vargoth to go along with this mass res. There's quite a good chance. I think what's died so far just the water bearer and the Psychopomp, water bearer and
double
whelps and the Vargoth. So there's a very, very high chance that it hits the Vargoth here, and he chooses not to go for that.
To be fair, I don't think
it probably most of the game at this point is not going to make too much of a difference. There is.
Wow.
You're facing 15 damage though, so unless your Galakron next turn just wins the game, this is going to be very tough. But I think you have to play it.
Yeah, I mean, like on one hand you might be dead, but on the other hand, at least you'll get to have Galakron in your hand at some point.
At some point, yeah.
You are too late.
Will he evolve with
6/6 is pretty good. I think just Shadow Step it. If you somehow survive, you can play it the following turn after the Galakron.
Yeah, Donde's gonna need some minor miracle off of this.
Yeah, not quite at the point that you need to sap this yet. Probably
Yeah,
gonna save it for next turn because most of the stuff you get is gonna be free.
Choose soon.
I'm just trying to think if he would like get that plus Haste Fair and Fogwaggle, so he won't have the mana to play the.
Okay. So yeah, so now I mean Togwaggle could do it. It's actually gonna clear off another one of these. So this Mass Res has gotten a little bit better with 2 Kartuts in it now as well, but it does mean that the Vargoth is less likely, but also the Whelps are less likely.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think at this point, you're
And just, I guess, just play your minions, yeah. Although, yeah, I don't know if there's any way to get this. Oh, you know what what would have worked here?
What?
You know what might work actually? Hear me out. Free Mana Saber, Rush Lackey, Crocs. Boom. It's finally the Mana Saber does something. We didn't get it though.
He does get the Togwaggle, but he won't have enough
He
mana
gets
to
Tog,
play
he gets Flick. Yeah, he doesn't have the mana to play the Lackey and the spell.
the treasure. But oh man, it's really a shame because that is a nutty draw off of the Galakron here.
Yeah, that's quite a good draw.
Really good. Well, is there any
What
way he can live?
What does this Flick get rid of? Wow, going for the 4/7 is interesting.
But
That's the one it does heal him 5.
Yeah. Oh.
I think you Witchy Lackey.
Yeah, you Witchy Lackey the 4/4.
The 4/4 play everything. Yeah, play Togwaggle.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a taunt.
That's.
Wonder Swan.
Or do you have to go Crown? Yeah. I feel like you need to just high roll something to be legendary. Then play Advanced Leap and...
Yeah, and then just get a Lackey, I guess. And do you swing here though? I don't think you swing.
No.
But yeah, would have liked to see.
Oh,
boy, and that Master Spell off the top. I mean, Plague of Death also just deals with this pretty well. But the Xerx's Crown can come down afterwards. I think maybe just the Master Spell's enough here, though.
I think the Master Spell and you just hit him face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Donde finally getting the Galakron, doing some amazing stuff, but a little bit too late here.
Honestly, I think he might have had a chance to slide back into it if this Master Spell doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, Plague of Death would have come down, but Xerx's could have followed up and potentially gotten there. Not with the second Plague of Death, though.
I like this choice.
Yeah, and going for the trade, building a bigger board, juicing up the Maths Res.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be very tough. I don't really know what legendary minion here Donde could get that gets him there.
Well, he's
he also has the Kronks available.
5 all. Yeah, with the Kronks.
It does.
5 if he trade. Yeah, he can full clear with the Kronks.
Yeah, he can trade into the Kartut with the face, and then one of the minions into the 2/6 and do it.
Well, you don't even have to do that. You do 2/2, 1/1, and 1/2 into the.
Right, but then your 2/7 doesn't live. Everything dies, so you guarantee that your 6/6 dies. Is the reason I was thinking about that. So now your 6/6 dies for sure.
I mean, I don't know if you value that or like the face.
Or the face damage, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably
The other way would have used the 5 damage, I suppose, but maybe your 6/6 lives. I guess if it doesn't hit the 6/6 though, you're pretty sad. So.
Well, I'm not even talking about the opponent doing 5 to the opponent. I'm saying more just.
Oh, Gruul!
Gonna go away though.
It's gonna get plagued out of here, but it was cool to look at. It's the what's that? It's like the game, the best card in the game.
Yeah. Gruul, King of the Goons.
Gruul.
Yeah, unfortunately. Could see Donde just an Ixia here. Of course, that will get Plague of Death again, but.
Gets that out of your hand. Another 5 to the face.
Boom.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be pretty cool if you could put all those whelps on the other side of the field. I'd rather that, honestly.
Yeah. We're gonna see
But
second
yeah.
plague.
I don't. Does Plague need to come down? Maybe playing around like Ziliac or not Ziliac, Zephyrus or something. Getting
Yeah.
if Zephyrus is active, maybe. I don't think a lot of people run Zephyrus in this list anymore, but maybe there's some fringe play and
Time rift from
clearing the full board might be worth it.
Pop. Yeah.
I think he will just.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I think
I'm
it's
gonna
just
say-
safe. Like there's.
I just want to give Donde props that he's still in this game.
Yeah, he's very much still in it. Not favored with the double mass resin hand, but not out just yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you guys be up for?
Oh wow!
double
Look! He got a
interview?
witchy
He
lucky.
did. So that's 3 for this turn.
I didn't know there were other lackeys in the game actually, so it's good to. Oh wait, there's one. Faceless lackey. That's weird. That looks very different. It doesn't. It's not like
Does he
some
have
lady
any-
with an orb.
Doesn't have any combo in hand. That would've
Oh,
been-
there's the Zephyrus!
There's the Zephyrus!
Oh no! Where's the Shadow Step?
You called it, Mayanadon. You called it.
Oh my god. I actually I kind of want to I want this Shadow Step somehow to come out, but there's no Spell Lackey or Shadow Step in hand.
Yeah.
But now there's still a chance. Like he has no way to full clear. If he wants to penance, he can't play any of his good spells. So this
Yeah.
Zephyrus is going to stay up. Especially if let's say this low rolls, like there are 2 whelps that you could hit
Yeah.
2 whelps, or even if you hit 1 whelp, that's already quite good. There's a chance you
Here's
get like
what-
the right lackey to
Yeah.
get the Zephyrus.
You can play cloning Gallo.
Okay.
Double Albatross. Oh, the
Oh,
well!
whoa! There's the Shadow Step!
Oh my god!
Ah! What is happening? Wait a second.
Hold on!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Do you tempt
Okay.
fate and just?
I don't. Yeah, you swing
Yeah.
into that. You Shadow Spin.
Guys, what's it gonna give him?
It's gotta get Bloodlust, right?
Yes.
Yeah!
Please, Bloodlust.
Oh,
Oh,
there's bloodlust. Oh my god.
Bloodlust.
oh my God.
Lethal! This has
It
to be,
depends.
right?
No, I don't know because of the convincing kills
Kills the
an extra
4/5.
minion. I mean,
Yeah. What, so it's...
you trade in
Three,
the
one, two.
whirl kick in and hope it hits the whirl kick or Zephyrus, and then go face with everything else, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Come
gonna do this first. So
Kill
okay.
1/1.
Oh,
4 times 3 is...
that's 7 plus
7 plus
4 times
12,
12, 19.
19. No! No!
Wait, is there like a? I wonder if there's a lackey that gets you there though. No, it was short. Yeah.
Oh man, that was so close.
Still not have it. Oh, not going for the. You don't
I-
have
I-
any.
I don't.
Oh,
I think it
this is-
auto picked him. I think he ran out of time.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, no taunts.
No taunts.
Oh, there's no
taunts.
taunts. It is gonna heal 10 though, but it's not gonna be enough. Wait.
No way.
Oh no, because the Vargoth is up. It's gonna actually hit that again.
Oh,
so he's
you're
gonna
right.
be able to roll for taunts again because he hit the
You're
Vargoth.
right. Yeah.
So
Oh,
gonna be
man.
able to potentially get a taunt here. Gonna have to hit the taunt.
However, there were a lot of non-taunts he just put into the Reds pool.
Yeah. He hits
No!
one. He hits one.
That's good though.
He heals to 26.
He found the taunt.
I still.
I
yeah,
think you
I'd say
just have
bloodlust
to
and
go
hit.
for it here and hope that. I guess you
Yeah.
trade in the 6/4 and hope that
6/4,
it kills the 6/4,
Yeah.
right? I think
Yeah.
that is that enough damage if it does. It hit the 4/1. Now we're at 25. We're 1 off.
You're
Oh no!
kidding me.
The Goblin Lackey!
Goblin Lackey!
That's
Come
lethal!
on, Donde,
Does he
come on,
see
Donde.
it?
No way! No way!
He does. He's wiggling it.
Come
That's
on,
exactly
Donde.
lethal!
Come on, Donde!
Donde!
Got it. Oh
We
my
did it! Oh my god! I can't believe I called that. The Zephyrus Shadow Step into the Bloodlust. That is incredible. Finding the
What the hell
out.
did
Donde
I
is still
watch?
in this. What a game. That was incredible. Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Donde!
Poor Dusharmo. Couldn't get a win.
Oh my god.
Couldn't get that priest to really close out when it was had Donde's throat in its clutches.
I don't believe it.
Wow, dude. Oh man. Okay, so we got the rogue through. Really, really great result, but the next two are gonna be so hard to win here.
God, it's definitely an uphill battle from here on, but
this encounter.
oh, that's
Wait, this looks like Highlander. This is actually
Yeah.
not bad. Into this priest, if you find the right stuff to get there,
Yeah.
it definitely is the better of the two decks. To be
Definitely.
playing into Res Priest. So maybe Donde was actually anticipating, or actually hoping for the Priest sweep, and gonna have a chance here to potentially do that. I don't know. There's one more class left after this, but first we got to get the win here. Slow start here for Dusharmo, but not too much going on for Donde either. No dragon for this Witch Doctor.
I'm checking HS replay now, and the Highlander Warrior is actually favored across the board against all priests.
Well, there you go. So maybe bringing that sort of the priest counter. That's something that we alluded to at the beginning of the show or beginning of this segment, where last year standing, you want a deck that can sweep, whereas sometimes in Conquest you can target a deck and try to sweep that, and that might have been sort of the strategy here. We'll see what what is in store here though in this deck. Because again, it's a 30 separate card or individual card deck, so there's a couple different iterations that we might see.
I'm still calming down from the end of that last game.
Yeah. Oh, I need a second here. Just need to breathe.
Compose ourselves.
But there we do find all the 5 drops in the deck here for Dusharmo. Has his choice, can do whatever he wants. But for Donde, choice is not quite as clear. We finally have a dragon in hand though to make this Witch Doctor active. Would you shield slam this? Would you ever consider this a shield slam target? I feel like you probably have better targets later.
There's so much bigger stuff in this deck. Like, as we see in hand, Katrina is definitely probably your number one.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm not sure actually.
Commanding Shout would work if you're going against the. I wonder.
Yeah, Commanding Shout. I mean, Commanding Shout, it still would kill the minion from the Infiltrator, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually gonna go for the Shield Slam, and it hits the Witch Doctor, so gonna be able to push that 5 damage. Pretty happy about that, I'm sure. But another Infiltrator can just come right down, or a Water Bearer. I don't know. It depends what you think is better into this. I think the Infiltrators are probably better with this Katarina and the double like the mass resin hand and things like that. It just deals with a lot of their minions. Makes it kind of tricky for them to do what they want to do.
God, this is just a really good hand for Donde.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of options here for Donde. It's gonna just have to choose one.
Yeah.
The middle one.
Essentially, the middle one. Can't play that one just yet.
He could almost play it.
He could almost play it. Yeah.
If he had a saber in his hand, he'd be good.
I guess the middle card is the Lackey, actually. Wait. I guess that's technically the exact middle card, so he can play that.
God, I keep having
Paris Scoundrel. Another Commanding Chat option. Battle Rage also interesting, but I don't know if that's really what you want to do with this hand. Might just go with the mystery choice. Yeah, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Shield block. Not bad at all.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all, but we did just use our Shield Slam, so a little less... Oh, there's what?
Really?
No, there's only 2 rush minions, I guess, in the deck, and the Ziliax and the the Restless Mummy. That's a little unfortunate, but does just take the hit for the team there.
Yeah, Donde putting on a decent amount of face pressure early.
Yeah, and this Breath of the Infinite going to be able to clear, but let's see if Dusharmo... Oh, that's a mistake. You could have had 2 more health on the Vargoth.
Yeah.
You could have played the first Breath before playing the Vargoth. A little bit of a misplay in order there, but you know, it happens to the best of us. Sometimes you get overzealous. There are some cards you have to play the minion before to get the activation, but with Vargoth, it doesn't matter if you play the spell that turn, and you have a Vargoth on board, it will repeat that spell randomly targeting things.
Because it's end of turn, right?
End of turn, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I think right now Donde has to prioritize killing this thing.
yeah, I think you might just have to see the Ziliax come down, and
he's gonna coin the Deathwing.
Oh wow, coining the Deathwing, hoping that there's no time rip here, but he's gonna be a little bit disappointed when this comes down.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really good draw. Just because it gives you something to spend your remaining 3 mana on.
Yeah, that really works out. Donde just messaged me F in chat for that time rip, and so F in chat's there for Donde and the time rip.
Something interesting off this random priest minion. Mirror's on the Infinite.
Yeah, Mirror's on the Infinite.
Oh my god, he could turn into Dr. Boom.
He could turn into Dr. Boom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and significantly there, going for that play, not able to Dr. Boom this turn, or play the Deathwing. I guess this turn he could have maybe done something else last turn, but not too bad. Going to be able to into the fray. Not going to do too much. Can charge this out if he wants to kill the Albatross, but I don't know that you really want to put 1/1s in your deck. But
yeah, I don't think you. I would just probably shield block here.
Yeah, but maybe you want to save shield block for after the Albatross too, because you kind of want to make sure you draw one before having to play Highlander cards.
Yeah, that's fair.
And there they go. And this mass res is going to be pretty good. We've had convincing infiltrators die, and then the Vargoth hits hit. All right, gonna need to find Brawl or something. What's going on tonight?
Well, yeah,
that was okay. All right, I'll just keep doing this. This is fantastic.
Soccer, he's turning into me from last week.
I know, man.
Yeah, he's saying I don't care. Play more stuff. I'm gonna brawl it next turn. I'm gonna.
Dusharmo knows.
Yeah,
come on,
Dusharmo. He's gonna do it. We're gonna get a second boom here. Although the Galakrond is a lot of value. They're both value. Do you want mechs? I guess randomly, occasionally, or do you want priest minion all the time? That's actually interesting. I don't know what's better for a priest. Is the boom hero power?
Yeah, you get the 7 armor, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how it chooses which hero power he gets this turn, but I think it's probably random.
Yeah. I know, however, that he doesn't get the his mechs won't have rush. He doesn't get that battle cry.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is battle cry. Your mechs have rush, so he won't have the rush. That's going to be interesting if Dusharmo's aware of that. We'll see.
Also, I'm pretty
Mega
sure
Devastator's going to stay.
I'm pretty sure Donde isn't too happy right now.
No, probably not. But I think the boom is definitely better for him than it is for Dusharmo, where we might actually see Dusharmo switch to the Galakrond later in the game.
But like on the other hand, you still just don't want your opponent turning into.
So choosing to not play a minion here to maybe potentially get it to win the brawl.
Pretty good.
I guess it just dies to all of the convincing filtrators anyway, so I definitely understand that. Pretty good result here for Donde though on the brawl. Now you've got a choice. I think you do want to hero power when you can, especially with this hand. It's not that exciting to play any of those cards into this. All right. Interesting that we haven't seen the Katarina come down. I feel like you want to be hitting more of these Albatrosses. Vargoth probably not a bad hit though either. We don't have the second mass res in hand just yet though to combo with that.
Also, I'd just like to point out that a Twitch chat is freaking out right now. They just reached the end of the last game.
That's good. That's good. Oh man. Well, appreciate everyone enjoying the stream today.
Yeah. Super Collider 50-50.
Yeah, he takes the 50-50, he hits it. And he's going to be able to clear that off. It does set up a really good mass res here for Dusharmo if he finds it off the top, because there's no way to clear this Vargoth right now, but I think you just still go with this play. Also have the Eternium River if you want to clear off the Sega Pump, but probably not necessary just yet. It's not threatening you too much, and you're going to be able to potentially swing the Vargoth into that next turn.
Oh, I love that fuse thing.
So yeah, I like holding on to things, and there's the Albatross in the hand.
Okay then.
I think there's 3 more in the deck, so still a ways before the Highlander cards are active, but certainly not the end of the world.
No. Also, another thing to mention, it is messing with the Dimensional Ripper in his hand. You really don't want to...
Yeah, you don't want to pull 1/1s with the Dimensional Ripper. Wow, and hitting another Albatross, that's got to feel bad for Donde. There were only, I think, 2 that have died so far, because there was the one that was played and the one off of the Xerix, so...
Yeah. Wait, no.
A lot.
Yeah. Wait, have we seen Xerix this game?
Oh, no, no, sorry, that was the last game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, there was just one Albatross played, or were there 2? Was another one rezzed? I feel like there was one. I feel like we saw 2, but maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah, no, I mean, Deck Tracker's telling me he still has 3 Albatrosses in deck, so there has to be second one from somewhere.
All right, but regardless, it might have been from Mass Res or something.
Yeah.
I suppose. But yeah, kind of an awkward turn now. Then the other Albatross off the top. Wow.
No way to answer the Katrinas, really. Yeah, you can...
you can just Warp Path or Molten Breath. I guess Molten Breath's probably better here.
You go Eternium.
Oh, interesting. Eternium Ziliax. Oh, this does let you... Okay.
Oh, of course with the double Albatross.
Yeah, just play them out. Why not?
Yeah.
It does give your opponent information, though, which is a lot of people don't play them out like that, but I don't think it's quite that important.
No.
In this situation.
Master Spell is very
gonna draw
valuable.
two things here off of this Mass Dispel, unless he plays in, the Breath, but
yeah,
that feels kind of awkward.
Once again, like we said earlier, if he would hit the button here, those Microbots would just be 1/1s. They would not.
Yeah. Yeah, they would be 1/1s, and they.
This would be a good time for a master plan.
Yeah, can't rush.
They can't rush, and it would dilute your res pool for your second mass res. Probably not what you want to be doing.
No, not at all.
So it was kind of cool to become Boom, but most of I think the hero powers are not going to be quite as good for you as they are for Donde.
And we'll probably see him switch over to Galakrond at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I just wanted to see it for the meme.
Absolutely, and it's still an 8/8, and it was pretty cool, and I think he definitely got some value so far off. So.
Oh, definitely.
And actually got a Breath of the Infinite, so that's going to go off twice potentially, and put his Vargoth in, and it does go off twice. So this Vargoth now can just be cleared off pretty easily.
Right,
I don't know if I like that play.
What?
Bulldozer.
Not good options.
I like Bulldozer. I mean, you're not playing it this turn, but like you just want good stuff for the late game. Because right now they're running out of stuff. They have one more mass res left, and then Galakrond stuff, right? So like they're kind of running out, and you just kind of want to play the long game as the warrior and just kind of grind them out, keep applying pressure. Your hero power, I think, on average is a little bit better, although the infinite
Okay,
that the
then.
Galakron can go with minions can be pretty strong. But if we don't get that going soon, you know, you're going to have a ton more cards in deck. They're going to run out of stuff to do, and they're going to start fatiguing. And
Yeah.
Donde could potentially eke it out here.
Alright, who's thirsty? Behold!
All right, hoping to find a dragon for Donde, I think, but no, finding the Siamat also not bad. Going to be able to clear off using it here if he chooses to. Kaboom, swing into the 2/1 and then use the Siamat Divine Shield Rush maybe to clear off the Water Bear. Or we can just see the Molten Breath come down for
Okay,
just no
then.
armor gain. Unfortunately, just not finding dragons there. But a couple of options. The Into the Fray not doing anything really. Could have hit the Ziliax earlier, but that was it.
Yeah,
I don't think there's been a single other taunt minion, I think, in the deck so far. So
Nope.
unfortunate that was the.
Zilly
Sorry,
was
go
the
ahead.
only one. I was just gonna say Zilly was the only one that we've seen so far that had a taunt on it.
Yeah, so definitely
Oh, I love
below
that
average here
music.
a little bit. But okay, so going for the swing like this. Hero power, probably. And then what is the follow-up? Yeah, I guess you just see a map.
Rush, shield. Oh, Winfield. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There's charge. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, so I can definitely get behind that. It gives it the Wind Fury, makes it a bigger threat. He has to kind of answer it here now. Galakron can do that. The Devastator can do that. Forbidden Words can do that. So lots of options
A lot of
with this.
options, yeah.
But yeah, I kind of like getting the Galakron down now.
Yeah. Donde's trying to keep the board small, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's going on the match necessarily.
Yeah.
And a Priest Minion Deathbringer, I don't think.
That is not the one you're hoping for.
No.
And that's not the hero power that you're hoping for on the other side of things, but
No, it's
could
not.
just drop down that Bulldozer, or maybe you can hear. Yeah, if you hear power, you're really not doing much besides Lance. So I don't know if we'll see that hero power this turn, even though 7 armor is pretty nice. Okay, just don't hit Albatross.
Oh, no.
And there it is.
You're
Oh,
good.
no.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I mean, there is 4 of them in the deck, so out of the minions left, it's
Yeah.
probably quite likely, like, 25, 35% of the time or something. Maybe even higher. So, wow, this, I mean, he just loves Vargoth. He's just a
Yeah.
Vargoth gamer.
Fortunately for him, not
Oh,
really.
I did get a message from Donde. He said it was 33% chance. So yeah, it was about where I was saying, but yeah.
That's
It definitely is not what you want to see. Unfortunate that he hits it. This snip snap, triple snip snap has to clear somehow. Yeah, you do want to hit the button. Yeah, I think I agree. You can hit the button and still clear a lot of the time. Let's see what we get, I think.
I think of what you could get. A Mega Devastator, I think, will be very good here.
A Mega Devastator would be pretty good, yeah.
I'm just not as good as you, I guess.
I know. It's okay, bud. All right, so we are going to see a couple of options.
Do you like Snip Snap, trade it in, do some weird stuff with the War Gear?
Yeah, now you're missing out on one of the Snip Snaps. Kind of feels bad, but...
Oh, I love that music.
But I think you definitely want to hear power when you can.
Definitely. And especially
It's
when
a
you're
little
using the
awkward.
best hero power. He needs to go here.
Yeah. And actually choosing to do that instead, which means he's not going to be able to clear both halves of this. Oh, actually with the Whirlwind.
Or the Whirlwind, yeah.
He can. All right. And there's the second mass res. There have been a couple of worse things now, but there have been a ton of Vargoths, so there's quite a good chance that you hit one of them or 2 of them. All right, so probably the last big board that Dusharmo can build. So something like the Plague of Death would probably, or Plague of Wrath, sorry, that you would want to see here, but not finding it off the top. The Warpath does a pretty good job, but these are a lot of 6 health minions, so it's kind of awkward. I think you can do 2 Warpaths, trade in the Snip Snap, and then do some trades, and then finish the Warpaths off and clear. It's just a little bit awkward. I think that's enough, right? Because you double Warpath, trade in, it gives you 4 1/1s. One of them dies. You have 3 1/1s, so you can clear off almost everything. There's one minion left, I think, alive. Unless I'm not sure what goes off first. Does the convincing infiltrator go off first? So these all live? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's because the snip stop came down first.
Yeah. Oh, but if you micro squad, actually you can full clear because you're gonna warpath 3 times and then micro squad. So
you don't have
you have 2. What do you mean? You warpath? Oh no, yeah, you're right. I thought we had 1 more mana for some reason, or 2 more mana. Yeah. So you have to leave one of them alive, no matter what.
Not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, not the worst. They're out of mass reses.
Yeah.
All right, gonna probably be seeing that button come down every turn. Death Row minions cost 3 less, so not quite enough. And they die at the end of the turn. Probably not what you want to do.
No.
Yeah, now debating this Dead Ringer. You don't really have any big res effects left, so I don't mind just putting something down, but...
Donde, again, just hit the button here.
Oh, there is another Kartut in the deck. Probably just not wanting to fatigue here for Dusharmo is why we didn't see the Dead Ringer come down. That would have drawn the Kartut.
Yeah.
Or an Albatross, I think.
Yeah. Donde's been getting pretty good at hitting that delivery drone.
Yeah, but not the most exciting option so far, but there's some good ones still. And it's still just value, right? That's all you care about. But has also been hitting the Albatrosses.
Yeah.
Taunts, yeah, for this Into the Fray, just sitting in hand.
Yeah, Mega Devastator. Full clear.
Yeah, gonna be able to full clear. And now I think Donde not in a bad spot here to get there. Just gotta keep hoping to roll some value and not go too wide, like you said.
Yeah, especially if Dusharmo keeps saying North Shire Clerics. Is this where we see the...
Oh, Alex? But yeah,
Alex
not active
not
because of 6 Albatrosses in the deck, so probably not going to be active for quite a while.
Yeah.
We might just see the Bulldozer come down here, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if Donde feels like... No,
I can alternatively play like a little bit more passive. He's finally got a dragon for this Molten Breath. He can Live Wire Lance as well on top of that.
And hit your button.
Yeah, and hit your button. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like, you're starting to get a bit low on health.
Yeah, you want to get some armor here when you can. Kobold Lackey, not too bad.
No.
Not too exciting either into Priest, but they are getting random minions, so you never know what you might hit.
Yeah.
There's the second card Tut, so I think the Dead Ringer is now safe to play if he chooses to do that. I can't imagine what other... Oh, you want an Albatross on your side too? We can all have some birdies. You have a bird. You have a bird. You get a bird. All right, so lots of options. No lack of options here for Dusharmo. But nothing really that's going to be pushing too much. Gonna have to find something off this hero power, I think, to get there. The bottom cards, I think, left are we have Time Rip, we have Xerix, we have another Albatross. Sometimes Second Forbidden Words, sometimes it's Mass Dispel, things like that.
Time is running out.
And then I don't know what the other 2 cards are. I'm trying to think. What are we missing? Oh, Second Plague of Death is in there as well. So really no minions that can pressure. He's going to have to find the minions off of the hero power. Yeah, Cloning Gallery, Plague of Death, Time Rip.
Yeah.
Albatross, that's 4. Then one of Mass Spell or Forbidden Words, probably. There's usually one of those. Oh, you know what I haven't seen in this, that I've seen in most of these lists? Grave Rune.
Oh, yeah.
Which there could be 2 in the bottom, depending on the list. And that would be kind of unfortunate for Dusharmo, because you really want to find those before all your minions are dead. Your good ones, but... Yeah, so you're going to be able to war gear here. Interesting, yeah, he didn't make it a 6/6 off of one of these. That does surprise me as well. I guess 1 versus 2 health, probably not that big of a difference into the priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Zephyrus and the Alex in hand, but also like 5 Albatrosses, so it's going to still be a while before you can have those come down, and that's really what Dusharmo is banking on, because he's behind in the fatigue because of those as well. He's actually behind in fatigue regardless, even if there were no Albatrosses, because there's 5, he would have been 2 cards behind. But...
And Dusharmo's been missing a lot.
This is interesting. I mean, you have no way to heal it anymore, and they just push 1 damage in. Now your board's locked. You lock yourself out of that spot in the board.
Yeah,
not that you're getting that wide, but
another delivery drone.
Another delivery drone, another kind of weak delivery drone, but Steel Rager probably not too bad.
Yeah, and
Harvest Golem just pushes 1 less.
Yeah, I mean, weak delivery drone is still a delivery drone, right? It's still
yes,
value.
It's still value. You could just trade one of these 1/1s in and just keep put an Albatross down. I don't know.
That bulldozer's been stranded for a while.
Yeah, that bulldozer is just because you want a hero power. It's kind of awkward that it's 9.
Yeah.
It does deal with a big thing if he ever gets a big thing, though. But yeah, just gonna be able to push 1 damage into this armor here. Yeah, no real way to heal that. I don't know if I like playing that over something else, but it does make me feel like there are Grave Runes in here because he's holding on to it for the card Tut to combo with.
He can get another Albatross.
Yeah, take another one. Actually going to go with the Mass Hysteria. I guess it works also with Mass Hysteria because it still gets hit by things.
Yeah.
So I can see that. I really am curious if there's 2 Grave Runes at the bottom here. That would be quite interesting. I think you just have to play at least one.
He definitely has 1 because he played it last game there.
Right. So he's got 1 Grave Rune at least, but there could be 2 at the bottom here, and I think that's probably why he's holding on this card Tut. He just wants to make sure he can heal a ton because he's fatiguing faster.
Yeah.
This would be
just make stuff.
for a master
Yeah.
plan.
I think just drop the Harrison. You don't really want to draw anyway. They're not playing weapons. You've already there's probably actually a weapons project I imagine in the deck, but
Ziliax.
Oh, Ziliax was still in there as well. That's what we were missing. So Ziliax, Grave Runes, Xerix are the 3 last cards, I think.
Yeah.
Or Grave Runes, Grave Runes, Bad Luck Albatross, and Xerix, right? I think those are the 3.
I believe so. I mean, I think all lists do run through Albatross here.
Yeah, and not going to have Rush. He did not realize that, I think, but this still... Oh, no, actually, this is fine.
Yeah.
Forgot about this Ziliax.
Right, so I feel like this has to be the bulldozer, right?
Yeah, this is the bulldozer 100%. You don't have a better turn, and it deals with that quite well. Forbidden Words can answer it, but that's a whole turn as well with no hero power being played.
Yeah.
Time Rip, I guess, actually. I didn't realize the Time Rip was in hand. But yeah, Grave Rune. Actually, maybe just going to go for the Kartuk Grave Rune.
Maybe, yeah.
Nope.
Nope, probably just gonna...
Just going to Time Rip here. Still not playing the Dead Ringer. Interestingly, going for a Squashling.
I'd play the Dead Ringer with a Squashling. Right?
Not even going to play the Dead Ringer. I don't understand. I don't know what is still in the deck that we're trying to make sure
Dragon's Roar is a
we
very
get value.
good
Yeah,
top
Dragon's
deck.
Roar is an amazing top deck. Hopefully we get some good dragons here. You got getting 2 of them. There's still 3 Albatrosses in the deck, so we're waiting on. Oh, and those are 2
Awesome.
really good ones.
Oh my! I mean, the only issue with Dusharmo is it's going to turn your highlighter stuff off for even longer.
It's already off now.
Yeah. But
You
I'm
might
just
as well
saying-
be top decking
Yeah.
potentially, like, you put 9 dreams or 7 dreams, that's half of your deck is going to be potentially dragons. Like,
Plague of Death.
yeah, you just have to Plague of Death that. Yeah.
Oh man, also
That's infinite value.
Dusharmo getting quite the best 30th card in your deck floating going.
Yeah. Yeah, that 30th card's going to do a lot of work here. And these dream portals are going to make some differences here. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we called those last cards. We were able to figure it out. There's the Dead Ringer. Finally get the play.
Albatrosses will be drawn.
I don't know why we waited so long, but there it is.
And yeah, I don't see a way Dusharmo can pull this out unless he gets some like nutty random minions.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. I mean, he has the Kartut Grave Rune that can keep him alive for a while. It is gonna be hard. Definitely don't want to see more Albatrosses in the deck, but you're gonna just have to live with it. You have 4 more in the deck to get through, or actually 3 more before you can play the Highlander cards. Oh wow. Just keep stealing the minions. He just wants to steal all the minions.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the first dream portal comes down. What do we get? What dragon are we seeing? Another, the Twin Ysera's again. Twin Ysera's. Look at that art. We're going to be able to see them side by side again.
That is crazy.
It's amazing.
Armor up.
Wow. You know, honestly, I feel like the name should be reversed. I'm gonna say that. Like with the pictures.
Yeah, I agree.
The like main Ysera looks way more unleashed than the Ysera Unleashed. Ysera Unleashed looks like it's just chilling, just hanging out, taking a break, casually napping, like while just standing there, like falling asleep mid-stand.
So what I'm hearing is Blizzard should just like make a patch where they switch the card arts.
Switch the card arts. That won't screw anybody up.
Yeah, but just don't tell anybody and see how
don't tell anybody. But yeah, so there we go. That's the second time we've seen Ysera side by side. The first time was a Discover earlier, and now they get to hang out together. We got the dream. This is my dream to just see Ysera hanging out like that next to itself. Yeah, and still, I don't know why Dusharmo is waiting so long. This Kartut Grave Rune, probably just going to wait till I guess he takes damage before being forced to do that. But yeah, this is slowly getting out of hand, and there is the Plague of Wrath.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, Dream could maybe come down on this Ysera Unleashed, actually, just to get more portals in the deck.
Oh, that... I like it.
You don't have a better turn this turn, right?
Yeah.
Like, why not? You can double trade into this 4/7. Oh, I guess you can Dream and just not play it this turn, I guess. No. Just play it next turn. I guess you don't need the 4 damage as much. And this does keep your regular Ysera alive to keep getting value. Hitting the Dream again, though, I don't think you want to be hitting it that many times.
I mean, I don't think it's horrible, just as like a panic button in case Dusharmo gets some nutty minion that you want to delay for a turn.
That's true. That's true. He's got a lot of spell minions, or minions that need spells to target them, but unfortunately the hero power only discovers minions, so not going to find anything there. But you can hit it with the Grave Rune, which would be interesting. I don't know how that interaction works. Does it just make 3 of them, I suppose, when it dies? Because it says if you cast a spell on this minion, resummon it, and that resummons 2 copies, so it's probably like not a bad option. Although Kartut resummons, a reborn, so that's like 2 minions in 1, so you kind of get 4.
Yeah.
But going to full health here with the Squashlings. Tons of heal on Dusharmo's side. Probably going to see that Kartut Grave Rune at some point.
Oh, what a top deck.
Oh, yeah, you can. Sorry.
You can play...
I thought it was a dragon activated.
No.
Yeah, you can play the Scorcher, followed up with the Micro Squad, or, other options, but I think that's probably...
Okay, then.
Although I also don't mind just playing Ysera again. Like, this isn't that threatening, but maybe you just have the easy clear, so go for it with the Scorcher. I think you probably do. So yeah, we are going to see that Scorcher come down. Probably the hero power to follow up.
Yeah.
The question is, are you scared of the 6/6? And get it one more Ysera card. I kind of like getting one more Ysera card.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Oh, I love that fuse thing.
He is going to do that trade though, so if it does want to trade into the 4/2, it value trades at least.
I'm surprised he didn't just kill the test subject there.
It's just taking up a board space, I suppose, and you know they don't really get good thing. I mean, he could play Grave Runes on it and then get more of them. Is that what you want though? You know, like
Yeah.
do you want I don't think you want more test subjects on the board. That's more heal though. I mean, Dusharmo's finding all the heal to survive a little bit longer.
But think of the value. You could get infinite Grave Runes.
Yeah, unfortunately not finding Ysera Awakens, which would have been a really, really good counter to the Kartut. That might come down in a little bit with the Grave Runes.
We're just going to see...
So we might actually see it this turn. It looks like he's considering it. No, just going with the Sand Hoof. He's got so much heal. It's like kind of crazy. He can Sand Hoof. Oh, no. He's going to go for that. He has the Sand Hoof and Mega Medic as a big heal. He's got the Kartut, Grave Rune, big heals.
I wonder how close we are to the turn limit at this point.
Like, I don't think we're that close because he's only fatiguing for 5. And he played his deck normally. He didn't get anything added to the deck for Dusharmo, so you know, usually you get to the turn limit when you're at like 2 times through the Elysiana. You know, you play Elysiana twice, that's when you hit the turn limit. Even once, sometimes like it doesn't hit the turn limit. So
well, like, I'm just
like
trying
20 extra cards. And,
I'm just trying to think. Big Lady and White getting some great value here.
Yeah.
No, but like I'm just thinking because Dusharmo. It's not like Dusharmo was drawing through his deck at all this game.
Yeah. Dusharmo is really waiting for the last minute for this Kartut turn. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Like you're just fatiguing so much. I think you needed to do that earlier. You needed to have a board presence earlier.
Yeah.
And you know, not that Kartuts are that imposing, but like it would have been something.
But plus, there's the other issue of your opponent's at 40 health. They could just...
Yeah, I'm surprised by that Plague of Wrath. I don't think it was necessary here, but...
no.
Also, it doesn't, like, hurt. I think we're at 1 Albatross left, or... No, we have 2... Wait, my tracker's saying 1, but I think it's wrong, because I don't think I saw the Zephyrs or the active when I played it, so...
The Dream Portals.
Oh, you're right, the Dream Portals. Yeah, you're right. So there is 1 Albatross left. It's Dream Portals. Yeah. And he finds the 3 worst cards.
I was thinking Into the Fray might help him a little bit, though.
Yeah, it would buff the Kartut. That's the only one that does something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's better than the other 2.
Yeah.
But, like, wow.
Well, here we go.
Here.
Yeah, here's a Dream Portal comes down. Another one.
He had 9 cards in his deck with 6 portals, so...
There's that final Albatross.
Well, honestly, I feel like that's good for Donde. You don't want to draw them all and then just have them Plague of Death.
Yeah, of course. I think you want them in segments, and that's also why we don't see the Ysera coming down yet. It's going to come down after this Plague of Death. Yeah, just push the damage. They're fatiguing for 7 now. So next turn, this sets up lethal in 2 turns. He's taking 7 this turn. If he doesn't heal at all in the next turn, and he has no way in hand, even if he plays his Kartut, it doesn't die this turn. That's why waiting so long on a Kartut can be so devastating.
Donde.
That's it. And Donde finding the lethal there, and what a crazy game.
Donde.
Unreal. Going for the reverse sweep.
Man, considering that he went from where he was in the Rogue match to being in a position to reverse sweep is very incredible.
He lost his win condition, which was the Witchy Lackey. So.
The Witchy Lackey, yeah. Or his lose condition.
Losing condition, yeah, sorry.
But now we're on to the final game, and we'll see if this was a target priest lineup. I don't know what druid does well into priest, but we're gonna see if there's one here that can get there.
Yep. No, not Token.
Token.
Yeah, you're right.
Token is the best suited here. It isn't great, but if it gets a good start, it can certainly get there. This is going to give Donde some flashbacks to last night. This is one of the matchups that I was able to survive with like 2 health, so maybe he's going to be able to do it a little bit better this time, but it might be difficult. We'll see. Not keeping the convincing infiltrator, definitely one of the really strong cards in the the deck here for the matchup, but probably looking for the what's it called, the 2 damage one.
All right. HS Replay has us at 72% for the token druid.
Wow. Is that because
really? At what ranks? I'm looking at it right now. It's got it at like 49% for the priest and 51% for the token druid. It's like super even.
Wait, what are you looking at? Like
HS Replay last 3 days, legend to 5.
Yeah, that's what I have, and it's at 69% for the Galaxy priest.
Really?
Yeah.
The Res Priest?
No, well, no. This is
Res Priest. This is what you find Res
Oh, is
Priest
it?
under. Yes, yeah. This is
okay.
the standard Res Priest list these days. It runs the Galakrond.
Oh, all right. I was looking at it as Galaxy.
Yeah. So Token Druid is favored, or no, the Res Priest is favored 52%
Yeah.
to
Oh, all right,
48%
yeah,
according to
because-
this right now.
yeah.
But it's close. It's super close. We'll see if it's able to get there. The Steel Beetle is interesting addition here.
Not a bad start for Donde here.
Yeah.
Plus he
But
has
there's
that
the Breath of the Infinite is super good into this matchup. Gonna hold on to that as long as reasonable here. Garden Gnome gonna be able to come down.
Yeah.
It is 1 mana off of the Hydro or the Aeroponics here, which is pretty nice and gonna actually go back to costing 5 here with the Breath of the Infinite. I think is probably gonna come down.
I don't see what other option. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not dead to Savage Roar yet, but it is getting pretty scary. I think you have to clear at least some of this. He's got a lot of ability or way to stabilize if he can survive just a little bit longer, though, for Dusharmo. Yeah, I mean he's got a choice to be greedy maybe with this Vargoth, but I think he can't do that. He could also coin the Sandhoof and get a res later, but I think you really just want to play the Breath this turn. You can coin out the Kartut next turn, and then res that, and then you're in really good shape.
Yeah, definitely.
But disagreeing, he's going to go for the Mass Hysteria, I think, here. Instead, no, actually going for the Water Bear. I don't like this. This means you can't Kartut next turn.
That is 11.
He's
plus-
1 mana off of playing the double Savage, which would have been leap.
Yeah, it's 23 he can push this turn if he so desired. Well, Dendrologist. If he could find a Power of the Wild off this Dendrologist to buff everything.
It's not enough mana to play all of that, though.
Well, no, Power of the Wild because it would only be 2 more with the Dendrologist.
Oh, I see. If you get the Dendrologist into Power of the Wild this turn, that would keep it alive to the Breath, but it does.
Exactly.
It is weak to the Mass Hysteria a little bit, so gonna have a choice here. Whispering Wood is interesting. That's just another potential board threat. You already have a Forest State in hand. I don't know if you need 4 of them essentially.
Yeah, I think I like the Whispering Woods just because it's something to like gap the time
until you get to the interesting.
instead.
Choosing not to. Okay. Just gonna push the 11 here. We're probably gonna see the Breath come down with a trade maybe, or
just Mass Hysteria.
Or just Mass Hysteria. But then you a lot of times don't get the heal.
Yeah.
The Breath and then heal your own guy and go face also is an option. That guarantees the heal to your face. It clears off a lot of this. You're still leaving up 3 minions, but I don't think you have an option there unless you want a Mass Hysteria.
I wonder if I see Donde take the Starfall because he's just gonna Starfall the Sandhoof for 5 next turn.
Wow, and going for that like big clear. Okay. And it hits itself, which is probably what I wanted, but
yeah.
I'm just surprised Donde didn't do the Savage Roar unless he was.
Yeah, I think he was scared because yesterday he did that to me one of the games, and he was off by like 2 damage, and I was able to stabilize. So I think he was thinking, I want to make sure that my Savagers are lethal. I don't know if it's going to work out here, but we'll see if he can maybe get one board to stick. He's got both Savagers in hand, so even one board could be the game.
I believe that would have been lethal this turn. If he would have Savage Roared last turn and Savage Roared again this turn.
Starting to get some big heals off of these. One turn away from the big board build.
Yeah, and like that's again why I kind of like the I mean, obviously the Starfall paid off big there,
Yeah,
but why
I think
like
you
the
just
Whispering Woods?
I think you just play the rest of your minions here. The Steel Beetle, the Tree Enforcements, the Squirrel.
And Dusharmo's kind of in a bit of
Power.
trouble here, just because like if he lets any board stick, he's kind of dead to double Savage.
Yeah, and he hasn't found some of his really good defensive tools just yet. Although the Mass Hysteria is probably going to be able to deal with this board. You know, when the the Forest Aid comes down, it's going to be tough to get through, especially with the follow up with the second Forest Aid. Tree Enforcements. Here we go.
Yep.
Sands of time run low.
Oh, interesting. Gonna give it 2 health so it doesn't die to this. That's interesting.
Yeah. I
keeps one more minion alive.
Yeah, I kind of like that, making it an extra 2 too. Albatross is not exactly what you're.
Yeah, I mean, it can do something in the matchup if you get it early. You like getting early minions you can play, but sometimes you kind of just want to hit your big taunts that stop the Druid from killing you, especially Convincing Infiltrator and Kartut. I think if you get those to res a ton, they just can't get through enough of that over time. But yeah, not able to do it this game. So I think we're gonna have to see the Mass Hysteria come out, or you just go for the Kartut, and that might not be enough here. I'm not sure. Let's do some counting. We have 9 damage on board right now. Oh, Time Rip's coming out, actually. That is not exactly what I expected, actually, but it does heal him the most.
This is what? 8
That's 8. I don't like that. I don't like the heal that he did there. He should have healed the minion. He would have guaranteed the 5 face and guaranteed the most heal potential. He did hit the face anyway, but now he can clear this water bear if he wants and play the Forest Aid. Yeah, I think you just clear this off and play the Forest Aid and say, can you clear 1 or 2 more boards? And if you can't, I win.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And then plus also Donde now has an additional Blessing of the Ancients to add to.
And yeah, that mass res can't come down yet. So is there lethal this turn? With the double Savagor and a Blessing of the Ancients, we've got 10 damage plus 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, I guess we have to subtract one of them in the face. So we actually have 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 8 plus 8.
Plus another 4 from the Blessing.
Oh, the Blessing, right. So wait, 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 4. So that's 12, 20, 28. So that's lethal.
That's lethal.
Oh, no, because he's going to heal 3, so it's 2 off.
I wonder if it's worth just going for here.
Man, so close again.
Might
go for the double blessing here.
Yeah, this is just better.
Just trade one in, hero power in the other one, and then go with to the face with the rest of it. And hope that this mass res doesn't screw you over. It does keep all your minions alive, which is good into the mass res. Might actually have to see Mass Hysteria come out. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. We'll see what Dusharmo...
I think Mass Hysteria has to come out.
Like, mass res, he gets the Water Bear, Kartut a lot of the time.
He's gonna Vargoth.
He's got the Vargoth. He's done it again, though. He didn't learn from last time.
Yeah.
He's just double breath again. Hurting his Vargoth. He's going to heal it now. It's kind of awkward.
He's going to end up missing 2 face heal.
Yeah, he's going to miss 2 face heal or 2 health on the Vargoth, whichever he would have preferred.
Yeah.
So I mean, finding that breath is really, really important for Dusharmo. Yeah. If he had no other really good answer for 2 boards, like Mass Hysteria would have dealt with this one, but then no answer for the next set here, so...
So yeah, we're just gonna see second floor stage.
Yeah, and I think the mass hysteria is going to come down, and it's going to come down to how this mass hysteria goes. I don't know if there's a result that really gives you lethal, but we'll also see what comes out on top here.
Penance is a very good draw on top of it.
Yeah, Penance is good, but going for the double mass res. He hits double Kartut, and I think that's going to be the game. Dusharmo's so close a couple of times there again. Just this matchup not working out for him. I think I had a Breath of the Infinite top deck yesterday, and now again that happened to him with Dusharmo. That maybe could have determined the game here. I don't know. I mean, with 3 Kartuts in the way, I don't think there's just you have to trade 6 minions in to get rid of them, or 4, 5 minions plus your face, and they're going to heal to full. Yeah, Donde is just going to show that he had the double Savage in hand, do the trades, and say, good game, I think. Or,
I'm just wondering if he would have used one of the Savage earlier, if he would have.
Yeah, it's certainly possible if he had ripped it a little bit earlier. He was very close a couple of times. He's actually going to choose to hold the second one here, and rightfully, I mean, you should be playing out the game. It's not over yet. It's not looking good, but it's not over yet.
I mean, what, he can make another.
He can make another big board here with the Force of Nature and the Shrubadier.
You have to go the Vargoth here, right?
I think you have to, yeah. You can't let another mass res like that hit. We are going to see another mass res here, though, probably, or just mass hysteria and say, oh, we have the double penance, yeah, or just mass res is enough. Hits the Vargoth again, and 2 of these, and I think that's going to be all she wrote.
Oh man, Donde's so
Donde
close
almost.
Man, that would have been like comeback of the year if he would have brought it back after being down 0-2 and being so far behind in the road game.
Well, it was well fought. This has been an incredible match. Donde messaged me just a little bit ago that they don't pay us overtime because we have been going quite a while.
Wait! You guys are getting paid?
Yeah.
With love, man. With love.
Hell, I'm not even getting that. But yeah,
yeah, I think maybe an earlier Savage Roar could have been the difference. Going, in early, maybe would have been able to push enough, but.
Victory is yours.
Yep.
What a game, though.
What a series! Yeah, that was an incredible series. I think well fought by both playing really well.
Do we interview both, or do we interview just Dusharmo? What do you want to do?
That's up to you. I'm game for whatever.
Yeah. I feel like it would almost be more appropriate to interview both after that.
Yeah, I'm totally on board with that. So. See what they're willing to jump in, maybe say a couple of words, feel good about it.
Oh, Donde said no, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, let's get Dusharmo in here. I guess if he's willing. I know he's been working really hard, so see if he's got the energy to jump in here. But man, what a series! Ooh.
What's going on?
Wow. How does that feel? What a series! How you feeling, man?
Feeling pretty good. Almost felt like I was getting reverse swept. I had 2 bad matchups left, and I knew my priest was gonna be rough for his 2 of his classes, but I was able to finally get a win on that priest.
Yeah, no, you definitely earned it there. You worked hard. You found the outs and found the lines. I think that crazy warrior versus priest game, that was like just unreal. Those Albatrosses doing some work, but also giving your opponent more time, and then finding the Ysera unleashed and things like that, kind of giving him enough value to get there. But able to beat the Druid in the end. It was super close. I think there was a couple times where he, with the double Savage Roar in hand, he could have gotten you down to 2. I think maybe there was one. Was there one turn that he would have been down to 1? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, like I can't. I definitely know there was a 2. I want to say there was like a 5 or something.
Yeah.
I
So
think there was 1.
he never had the lethal with it, but maybe if he had pushed it earlier, he could have, secured the damage early enough to maybe push later. But with that Breath of the Infinite off the top with the Vargoth there to seal the deal, I think it was game from there. But yeah, really really well played series. Do you have any questions for him, Ted?
No, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yeah, it's been a long series. It was amazing to watch. There were some really cool calls and things that just kind of went some crazy ways. We saw that Zephyrus in the rogue game when he started the potential reverse sweep and getting the shadow step and the bloodlust.
Yes,
and,
I knew that was coming too, and I was like,
yeah, no.
I was really hoping that Zephyrus didn't get bloodlust, but it did. So I was like,
yeah.
But I was hoping for like some sort of clear or something.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't give bloodlust in that situation. It's like it's weird like that where if it doesn't present, if it's not lethal that turn, it can be awkward. But it did give it to him in that situation. And
good on Donde in that match, man. I honestly was up that game, and I was like, man, I'm gonna. This looks like my favor. I'm looking pretty good, and then he was able to turn it around real quick and do that lethal, and I was like, damn. Like it was good on Donde to find. Yeah, he was really good there in that match.
Yeah. I think that was one of the most fun matches that I've got to cast in a while. So I appreciate that. And congratulations to your team, able to swing back a little bit. You guys were behind Hot ZILFS there to start, so now good luck Albatrosses. I think still behind by 1 point with Donde's 2 wins there, but still a super super tight series, and going to come down to those last 3 games. No one's got a commanding lead just yet.
Yeah, it's really good. Awesome. I'm really happy with the.
Yeah, you'll have to check out the stream, dude. Dusharmo. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I would rewatch it if you have time.
Yeah.
I know you've been pretty busy, but very.
You guys want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
Yeah.
I got home 15 minutes before I started my match. I left work today at 5:30, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get home. I have enough time to prep my match and all that stuff. I run out of gas. The first time in my entire life I've ever ran out of gas. And like the thing is, I got a new car, and it said 1 bar on it, but I guess 1 bar meant no gas. So
I see. Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I got enough gas to make it to the gas station, and I'm like in the middle of the freeway, and I call my wife, and I'm like, I'm out of gas. Like that's never happened before. So
yeah. I've never heard of that before. I've seen it, but I've never heard of anyone I know experiencing that. So that's pretty funny.
Right before my match, so yeah, so
the pressure was on.
Well, glad you were able to make it in time and be able to be on stream, because that was one that we didn't want to miss for sure.
Well, if my wife ever watches this, I got to thank her, because I got home and she was taking care of the kids, and I was like, sweetie, don't get mad at me. And she was like, what? I was like, I have a Hearthstone match tonight. And she's like, oh, no. And I said, all right, you know what? I promise you I'll give you a foot rub when I'm done with my match.
There you go. See?
I'm going to go give her a foot rub.
The winner gets to rub his wife's feet. That's good.
What a victory. That's your trophy. That is your reward. Congratulations. Rub her feet and go to bed. You've earned it. Well done. Well played. And thanks again for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Playing such a great series.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, fellas. I think that's it for us, right? The final match of the night. Those were quite a series. Really enjoyed casting that tonight with you guys, and thanks everybody for watching. Anything else you guys want to say before we sign off?
No, other than if we get those type of matches every day that we're streaming, oh my goodness, we'll be hitting 1,000 viewers per.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah.
In no time, 1,000 viewers. We might have to move to YouTube though. That's where all the Hearthstone's moving, apparently.
We are on YouTube, so we're good.
We are on YouTube, just not live. You can watch it later. This will be up there.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thanks again, guys. Thanks as always to Saku. Always does an amazing job opping, and also with your little quips and things that you say, always great. And then Ted, pleasure as always.
Love you too, Mayanadon.
Love you guys. Good night, everybody.
Bye.